The trouble I've seen, nobody knows my
A lot of people, they call me a cheesy
sorrow.
player. But in the Grand Prix, I'm going to show my clean side and win the whole fucking thing.
This is the last big tournament of the season before 5 comes out, and you know, I'm just trying to go out there, have fun, compete, and see how far I go.
Nobody knows
Viva Mexico, cabrón.
the trouble I've seen.
A great performance though by Nazneen. Nazneen is just that good.
Nobody knows.
Depending on how the bracket works out, I think I see me and Fadene are in the finals, having a rematch. We fought in the last Grand Prix. I don't see anyone else in the top 16 who can even touch me.
I'm just gonna ruin someone's day and get on with it. Feel me?
Just trying to try to go out there, finish him. Frosty's a pink cheeser, Shogun's a knee-bone rat. Fuck KM for kicking me.
Intro. Perspective.
This evening, it was all about, introspectively, getting those extra points for the Grand Prix.
When the lights are bright, Kante is performing at his goddamn best.
Kay is trying to fall like a chick. It's over. Guarantee shows why he's like that.
You know, I've been primetime GOAT for as long as I can remember. I've taken a few losses here and there, but I always come back. Come the 16th, I'm taking it all.
The way Anime Expert throws his shots is just vicious. You don't really want to get hit by that guy.
M-Town did a great job. That was damn near flawless.
M-Town's finest, doing KM very, very proud. An easy work GG making easy work of it here this evening.
Yeah, one of the best leg kickers in the game.
A new era is dawning, it would appear, with the Elite Kingsman back on top, with Fonty leading the goddamn charge. Fonty rising to that occasion.
This man continues to impress us. Ali DP10 showing us why he deserves his shot in the Grand Prix.
Frosty's cold. Ice cold. If Frosty believes in himself, Frosty can get it done. There's a black cloud that sits over the Xbox division, and that's why these guys aren't motivated to promote their fights. If they get through all those other guys on their side of the bracket and they make it to the finals, what's waiting for them on the other side? Fatinator's waiting for them on the other side. You think these 15 guys have a shot? A shot against Fatinator? That's crazy. Do you hear how confident Fatinator sounds? You need a fucking spaceship to crash into his house while he's in round 2. If you even make it to round 2 to have a chance to beat Fatinator. Shout out to Fad. Congratulations on winning the Xbox Grand Prix. I think we should just say that now, Fatinator.
The undisputed Xbox champion of the world. Fatty, the baddie.
Just like last season, I will go undefeated again because I'm by far the best player in primetime, and the rest of the competition I saw shit, to be honest.
The primetime Xbox Grand Prix is here!
So sit back and enjoy the show, yeah? You are welcome.
What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime Xbox Grand Prix is finally upon us. The season start to kick off what is the last run of UFC 4. As you can see, joining me in the commentary booth, my brothers and yours, J-Dime and Mr. Humbledink. Lads, the PlayStation Grand Prix was sensational. History was written. Of course, we had a dark horse come through and win the entire thing, but now we get to do that all over again, but this time on the Xbox side of the equation. Humble brother, I am excited to say the least.
To say the least, Cyrus. It is the Xbox Grand Prix. I cannot wait for this to start. We've got a title fight to kick it off, and we talked about it, J-Time. Fatinator was the story last season. We're in a new season, but what he did was incredible, and you can hear it in the promo right there. You know, he is a confident man going into this.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. My bad, Cyrus, but right now, in this whole season, Fatinator has been looking like him, like he's really that guy. He's been looking unbeatable. It almost looks like he's cheating, but in a Grand Prix. Somebody can make up, for example, you can make up for all those losses if you beat Fadinator tonight, but it won't be easy because the PlayStation Grand Prix was crazy, and that's a lot to live up to, Cyrus.
Oh, truly, brother, truly, right? Look, nobody saw V-Pain coming through and doing that. Dark Horses. You know, this Grand Prix bracket, guys, we've been doing this for a while now, especially Humble. You've been calling some of these early seasons with us as well. We've seen some absolutely sensational turn of events. It is drama-packed to say the least, and as you can see as we switch across to the full bracket for the first time here this evening, we have Killer's Row across this entire bracket, and for my money, right, of course, Fadinator, they're all looking at Fadinator as the champion, as you've seen, you know, the absolute man himself, Swaggy, on the, you know, intro, kind of really hyping up Fadinator, saying that he's already won this thing, and I can see why a lot of people, looking at his dominance last season, would maybe think that he is kind of away with this one already, but it's very easy to overlook your opponents. We saw it with Sean Strickland recently coming in there and doing what many people thought was the impossible. V-Pain coming into primetime last weekend, doing the exact same thing. And of course, here this evening, Fadinator's not going to have to just win one fight on this night. He's going to have to win 3-4 fights to walk away as the champion. And, you know, the first one up, brother, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight into it. It's between the champion trying to defend his belt in the start of the season, going up against one of the most grisly vets known to the Xbox division in KM, M-Town's finest. Brother, I don't know what to expect from this one, other than Fadinator coming out there confident. And for me, it's really about whether or not M-Town is able to kind of rise to the occasion and stick true to what's got him so much success in the past. This man's a creative, well-rounded, diverse fighter.
Yeah, something about primetime that you guys need to realize when it comes to these Grand Prix, we start hot. This guy who's gone undefeated has the chance to start the tempo. And J-Dime, if Mortal Finest beats Fadinator right now, oh my God, that is the biggest upset in history of primetime of esports. I do not care. That'll be the craziest thing that happened.
But here's the thing that M-Town Finest got going for him. He may have the best record I've ever seen against Fadinator. It's only 6-2. Usually I see like 6-0 or something real crazy like that.
Absolutely, brother. And honestly, I put it a lot of it down to the diverse nature of M-Town in himself. He can really strike like with the best of them, like the majority of KM, of course. But this man can grapple as well. We've seen him come out with grapple-heavy approaches. Now, it may not seem like he's going to go there with the Sean O'Malley pick, Humble, but let's remember that now in this new season, there is no rules, my man. There's anything goes, brother. No holds barred. Any submission is available for these men to employ. So don't give your back against a grizzly veteran like either the reigning champion or, of course, the challenger.
Yeah, 100%. The scumbags come out of place, Irish. You know, we give these guys all of the rules, and we're going to see some characters emerge when this happens. And we'll see it tonight. Might be fighting here, might Motown. Maybe it's not. They're fighting clean so far in the pocket. J-Dime backwards and forwards. Motown's doing well. He's trying to establish range.
Yeah, and if a Sean O'Malley user establishes his range and dominates the outside, it's tough to beat him. Like, very tough to beat Sean O'Malley.
Ooh, nice check hook there, Cyrus.
But yeah, I'm getting a little. I really like what M-Town's doing, but he is starting to really. I don't want to say become too predictable, but he's doing preemptive head movement, and I feel like Fadinator's the man that's going to instantly recognize that and start throwing out some naked lead hooks and the like, try and catch him whilst he's leaning off that center line. But if he doesn't, M-Town's starting to run away with it just a little bit. He's stacking the stamina. He's maintaining the range, like J-Dime said a moment ago, and obviously he's just got to be careful of stuff like that, Jay, of stuff like that.
Yeah, but the one thing that's concerning for TJ Dillashaw is, as great as he is, you can't trust that block, Humble.
You can't trust the blocking. Things bleed through, essentially, sometimes. Beautiful work, though, from Fad there. Caught him Town's Finest as he was thrown in the pocket, just overcommitted slightly. No, Cyrus, he nearly lands a nice, real, lovely moving hook right there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of excitement popping out early, that lovely little unique movement of TJ Dillashaw being utilized by the reigning champion. And there it is, the lead hook lands!
I'm not even shocked, J-Dime. I'm not even shocked.
I'm not either, but I will say what I like from M-Town is, once he got stunned, he didn't panic. He didn't start panicking. He still kept his composure, and now now he can try to get the end of the round back, Cyrus.
Absolutely, and we apologize. There will be no audio for the rest of this fight on them, on those guys. We got the dreaded Xbox audio curse. But
oh no!
Either way, we will get to witness.
Goodness.
Of course, it's a very visual sport, and we are going to get to see the absolute beautiful destruction that unfolds. We approach the final 30 seconds of the first round. The champion, after what was seeming like a difficult opening round, actually came back and probably won it with that big stun. And he's going to be feeling very confident, if he wasn't already, if it makes it to the second round, as these guys start to really open up with the strikes.
Nice work from Fadinator. One thing I've noticed about Fadinator is that essentially he manages to find his way back into the pocket a lot with his opponents. Like M-Town's Finest is doing really well on the outside here time. Fadinator's biting on some of M-Town's Finest fakes, but as soon as it gets to the pocket, Fadinator manages to find a way to really hurt him and capitalize on some shots, which either evens out the work that Motown just did or puts Fadinator in a great position to land some damage.
Yeah, but you seen when M-Town Finest hold, he has to get them counters. Those counters are important if he wants to win against Fadinator. You can't dodge and just admire your work.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, against a lot of people, sometimes it's just about trying to see if you've got a read on them, but against somebody of the level of Fadinator, as Jay says, you know, you've got to take any opportunity that presents itself. Because if you miss even just one opportunity, you know, basically that could be the one to set your to turn this win or turn this loss into a W. Fadinator really started to open up though, Humble. He's starting to get really active with the boxing combinations, starting to swarm the kicking space of M-Town's Finest, and as a result, getting a lot more success early in the second round.
Yeah, he has multiple game plans amongst the fight, and that's what Fadinator makes Fadinator successful as he lands the head kick, J-Time, dropping M-Town's Finest to the ground.
Hey, that's smart. And he's back up. Right when you said something, at least you didn't curse him.
Correct calls only from myself this evening. I promise you that. We're going to try, bro. But no, look, genuinely, we were speaking well about M-Town, but this is the thing, the fight, you know, the fight game. There's so many intangibles. Things can change so goddamn quickly.
Hey, that's smart. Hey, no,
that was close.
He leaned back with that just to get him out of range. With the head kick. Oh my goodness.
Fadinator is looking for the knockout of the year. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, he was maybe just playing possum a little bit in the early section of the first round, because right now he is looking like a man on a mission as he walks down M-Town's Finest, continuing to try and land damage. And of course, M-Town now, Jay, getting to that point where his head health is almost past the point of compromised, which means he can't take any exchanges now. He can't take one to give one.
Oh my God, it's over. It's over, guys. This match is over. We're moving to the next fight.
Never mind.
Never mind. I'm sorry. It's not over yet.
No, man, we're glad them transitions and punches are going to be a lot faster in UFC 5 sides. That's going to be sick to watch. But, you know, Fadinator right now is the man. He's proven that it's virtually... How do you beat this guy? What are the rest of the competition is that watching right now? What advice have you got to give to these people, Cyrus?
Like, honestly, brother, when you come, it's just believing in yourself. I feel like a lot of people come up against a name, and you may have that championship belt wrapped around his belt or around his waist, or maybe even just like somebody like Fadinator, much like Trixie in the past. You know, the Smudges, the CVs of the world. They have a certain aura about them. And people can kind of fall into that and start to second guess themselves, and as a result, miss out on big opportunities. I don't feel like that's necessarily what's happening here. I think that M-Town's coming to fight and lands a big shot. Woo! Starting to heat up out here.
It's not over, and TJ Dillashaw don't have the best block. He needed that right there because it was looking downhill. Sometimes you need that sliver of hope, and that's a little bit of momentum. He showed that he can hurt him. Now he's going to walk in this round with way more confidence than the last round.
One thing I was actually thinking about, and I didn't actually get to talk about in this in the lead up to this Grand Prix, is Fadinator. We've seen it before so many times, sorry. Is Fadinator going to come in overconfident, kind of not finish his opponent when he has a chance? Because we've seen him be ruthless all the way through last season, and then essentially give his opponent a chance to finish him and get caught. That happens sometimes.
It really, really can. I mean, I feel like the block point that Jay made is a very, very valid one, but of course that head health from M-Town's Finest really putting him in some problematic areas. He needs to lead the dance. He needs to be the guy that's, really, really striking first, because if he allows Dillashaw to go, then he's just not in a position to take those shots. Fadinator looking focused for my money, Jay. I feel like he's come here taking this seriously, and for anybody that pays attention to the wider kind of community, I know that he was competing earlier on in another promotions tournament. I think it might have been Gringo's one. I'm not too sure, but yeah, he's coming out here looking pretty clean and dialed in right now, Jay.
Yeah, so you know he's already warmed up, but you don't know if M-Town's finest warmed up. He probably done sparred with all the KM boys just to prepare for this.
He looks warmed up, but he's getting caught. And it's pressing. He's just managed to implement his game plan a bit better, J Dime, as he catches him against the fence.
Oof.
Is it over now? Is it actually over?
Beautiful ground and pound. And still moving in to the second round of this tournament. Fadinator FSK represented as he secures another W. Now I believe that's 16-0 across last season and of course the beginning of this season. He's looking to break Trixie's record, and the word from the back is if he goes through this entire tournament unscathed, if he's able to retain his belt across the entirety of this, he may go down as the UFC 4 GOAT. Period, because he will set a record that there is no time to beat. Basically,
God!
He who laughs last laughs best, right? And he's trying to have that last laugh right now, Humble.
100%. And just to speak about that, he's trying to break Trixie's record. Trixie's in this tournament. Trixie sent me a decent promo saying that, he is being known as the primetime GOAT, and he has those losses and people forget about him, and in this tournament he's going to show why he's been the primetime GOAT. He's up on Fadinator and wins in primetime. He's the only guy, and essentially Fadinator's trying to catch that, and he's doing it slowly, but he's smashing absolutely everyone in his path to do it, J-Dime.
I don't want to say Fadinator's the GOAT, but he's probably the GOAT. We know Trixie is like the right answer, but current Fadinator is up there with anyone who's ever played UFC 4.
See, this is the beautiful thing about this this game, right? It's not like IRL where people's bodies start to give out and the like. The game continues to advance, and eventually there will only be one. And we've competed for the last 3 or 4 years now with UFC 4. Everything is built. Trixie has definitely stapled himself as the primetime GOAT with the record that he has set. Nobody's even come close up until Smudger a little while ago kind of was knocking on the door and fell just a little bit shy. And then, of course, Fadinator on this most recent run. And, kind of letting you look at, like, Adesanya and Silva. People kind of make comparisons to, like, who would have been the GOAT in the prime. I feel like we get to see who's going to be the GOAT in their primes, because Trixie is not... Yeah, exactly. They get to run it back a number of times as they have. Trixie slightly up, of course, but right now, Trixie, I believe, is the champion of another promotion. He's looking to come back and make it big in this Grand Prix, right some wrongs, and he's not the only name that's on that entire rundown, as we said. Absolute killers row, and up next are 2 guys that are looking to put themselves in that title picture, and you know what, Humble? They have an opportunity to do that right now. The winner of this bout is going to be challenging Fadinator in the next round, but of course they're difficult and tricky opponents, my man. EK Fonte stepping in there, one of the futures of EK as far as I'm concerned, a brilliant star that they have signed, going up against one of the more savvy in the game, Hey It's Fran, who's looking to utilize some of those skill sets that maybe people are sleeping on a little bit. I feel like he's maybe one of the dark horses in this tournament.
Yeah, 100%. And go back to Fonte, you coined it. You said he's the guy leading the charge for EK. He's the guy kind of leading the factor and essentially proving it time and time again. He's been the primetime champion, J Diamond. He'll be looking to try and get that. If he gets a shot of Fadinator again, he can get redemption from last season. It's all about redemption. It's all about taking your opportunity and essentially taking him out.
All right, but enough with the Fadinator talk. I feel like we're taking credit away from everyone else. Let's get to the fight at hand right here.
Yeah, he's right.
No, genuinely, bro. Like when it comes down to this bout right here, we're seeing another TJ Dillashaw fight. Hey, it's Fran. Like I said, I feel like people sleep on him a lot, man. I've seen like moments of excellence, and when you look at mixed martial arts as a whole, it's really about who's the best on that night. Anybody can beat anybody on the right night. It's all about styles and how they match up. Both of these guys have showcased time and time again that they, are able to take the fight anywhere, Jay. But let's be real here. EK Fonte is the guy that's maybe hitting those, or hit those higher, more lofty kind of expectations, becoming the champion. Hey, it's France still has that hunger. Maybe deep down in his belly, we'll have to see who wants it more here this evening.
Sometimes, that's what Corey's saying. Sometimes you find someone that wants it as bad as you, and it comes down to scales.
So we're about to find out as well how these skills match up as Hayes-Fran gets clocked in the middle, Cyrus, and he takes a few shots. Rob Font, a really good pick for anybody who likes to box on the inside and outside. But the movement of TJ Dillashaw, we've just seen it in the last fight. Brilliant.
Yeah, it can be tricky when utilized right, but of course it can walk you into some big shots if you mistime any of those unique movements. Right now, though, for my money, it looks like Dillashaw, Hayes-Fran, coming with that forward pressure that we are used to seeing from him, landing at a high clip, Jay. He's already starting to get EK Fonte's head held within that danger zone, and we're just over a minute into this bout.
Yeah, but if I'm EK Fonte, I'm getting off the back foot. I want to dictate this match with my jab, Humble.
Yeah, 100%. I think he just switched it up right there just before you said that. I could see him start to fight long, and he's making Hayes-Fran kind of come towards him because he had a bit of success. He started to follow him, and then Fonte invited him into that pocket and caught him with a few good shots. But he's getting caught quite a bit now, Cyrus. He's got to watch the cumulative damage that's going to happen over his head health and his legs when he gets checked.
Absolutely, brother, absolutely. And another blistering combination from EK Fonte, utilizing the boxing of Rob Font, funny enough. I love that he goes with the Rob Font pick, the EK Fonte, Rob Font. I just like that. I like that. But anyway, his boxing in this fight has been absolutely impeccable, and he's just adding the leg kick on. He's not really kickboxing, Jay. He's just adding a leg kick in to some beautiful boxing. But gets
grabs him.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. TJ Dillashaw, I don't know what he's on today, but he's looking good, Humble.
Yeah, he's on something because the last fight we seen on this one, he's starting a bit stronger though. This is a really impressive start from Hayes-Fran. He's trying to take his opponent out early. It seems like a smart strategy so far, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. Hayes-Fran is, this is typical, and EK Fonte's seen this in the past. He's got to have been prepared for this. He knew that Hayes-Fran was going to be the guy trying to walk him down almost, but the fact that he's now got the center of the cage and he's starting to back him up a little bit is actually really promising. Although, I have to say, Fran is actually showcasing that he can fight off the back foot as well as the front foot, which is a nice kind of addition to his game. He was always a forward fighter, not a backwards fighter, but doing it all here this evening, Jay.
Yeah, but I'm glad he's trying to utilize fighting off the back foot as well as fighting on the front foot, because TJ has the footwork to do that.
Yeah. He can be super elusive when you utilize that right. But of course, although it's not going to impact his movement too much in this one, we'll have to wait to UFC 5 for that. Fonte going to the leg on rinse and repeat, really utilizing that well. He's already forced a switch stance out of Hayes-Fran, trying to be kind of cognizant of the damage that's already accruing. As you said earlier, Humble, it's starting to stack up real quick. We're only a round in. That leg's already a bit compromised.
That's a crazy first round pace-wise. Like, not too much going on apart from a knockdown from Hayes-Fran, but at the same time, there was a lot of damage accumulated from Hayes-Fran, and he looks like he's ahead. Fonte needs to make some adjustments here, time. These top players, and what you'll see in this Grand Prix is multiple round changes and obviously adjustments amongst the fight. That happens nearly in every single top-tier fight that you get in the Xbox division.
Yeah, but I think he's going to make an adjustment. Either that or he's going to get his ass whooped. There's no in between, Cyrus.
Exactly. In these fights, I always feel like they're like hyper competitive from at the opening bell, but then whatever minute mark it is, one guy just decides to steamroll the other. And I don't know what the switch up is, but as you were saying, Humble, it's all about those adjustments to their strategies and trying to continue to mix it up on your opponent. And one guy just has to make that perfect read to really kind of put themselves ahead. And, Fonte's kind of playing the more counter guy in this one, Humble, but the way that Hayes-Fran is fighting is just like high accuracy considering the numbers he's putting out there.
Yeah, it's very simple as well. He's sticking basics. He's going leg kick and then boxing combinations. He's not overcommitting. He's keeping the simple combinations going. And Fonte's trying to lure him into throwing a head kick and then ducking a head kick. And like you've seen right there, he's actually countering him. Yeah, he has to duck the head kick. He's doing too much to damage. He's taking pitches essentially and getting caught while he's doing so.
Yeah, but like you said, the great players make an adjustment. If he's going to make an adjustment, make it right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, absolutely. Cannot afford to take very much more damage as we approach the midway point of this fight and this round. Another rock from Hayes-Fran, who is looking like a man possessed here this evening, quite clearly taking the opportunity at Xbox, absolute glory here this evening, incredibly serious. It's as good as he's ever looked, and like I said, I thought he was the dark horse, but he's proving me right handsome with this performance so far, Humble.
Yeah, got himself a title shot last season as well, got up there to the echelon where he's ranked number 2 in the division, and essentially did well, didn't come up too short. He had a good fight in that, and he learned a lot, and this is what he wants to show right now, J-Dime, the experience from getting to that title and how you can kind of become a better player, especially when you get an opportunity like this.
Yeah, but what adjustments do Fonty have to make? He needs a coach. So what adjustment is he going to make here?
I mean, you're asking me, and I'm not qualified, Cyrus, to answer those questions because Fonty is an elite level player who's a champion. And at the moment, Hayes Fran's baffling me, never mind Fonty.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, it's hard to kind of give salient advice. My inclination would be to really start to up the volume on the jab as he was in the early section of the fight, but he may be a little bit too compromised to get into those exchanges right now as Hayes Fran is continuously throwing a 2 behind it at an absolute minimum. Man, he just continues to pep you. He's almost taking like a Diaz approach to it. Death by 1,000 cuts is what it feels like, Jay.
Yeah, but I'd hate to be on the other end of that because Fonty's not enjoying this approach at all.
He's not enjoying the push. Let's try something, Cyrus. Let's try something. Try, Cyrus, say something incredibly nice about Hayes Fran, and then we'll test out if that works, and then Fonty goes and wins. Because the last Grand Prix we did, I think you cursed about 8 people in that Grand Prix. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Well, this curse doesn't exist. I don't believe in it. But yeah, Hayes Fran has looked sensational here this evening. He has absolutely put some hands on EK Fonty, who is now going to have to answer the call and get it going early. If he's even in with a shot, we're in the 3rd and fine. No, we're not. We're in the 2nd, 3rd. Yeah, we're in the 3rd and final round, Humble.
We are in the 3rd and final round. He just gets knocked down, but he's going forward. He's going first, gets knee to the head. Bloody work, J-Time. And Hayes Fran is trying to take him out right now.
Oh my God. So it's over, right? Okay, it's not over. Okay, so I have a question, Humble. Is he to the point where he needs a gun? Is he at that point where fighting's not enough? There's no way he can win this.
He needs Jesus at this point. Like, he needs something. He needs a miracle. Cyrus just did his work and the juju's not working. So essentially, I don't know what he needs. Fonty needs something. He's going back to the duck. Like, if Hayes Fran throws that head kick, he deserves to lose, J-Dime.
Yeah. But at this point, that may be the only thing. That's the only thing that can hold Fran back right now. It's him throwing a random head kick.
What I honestly want to see from Fonty is like I want to see lunging strikes, bro. He needs to interrupt him. He can't allow Hayes Fran to be throwing when he's throwing. Use those lunging strikes that he has utilized in the past. Try to stun him. It's easier said than done. He's in. He's kind of in Foxville right now, Humble, because he is seriously compromised approaching the last half of this final round.
He's still not out though. It's crazy that he's run this far and he's looking for one opportunity, and he will take it. If you give him that one opportunity, he will knock Hayes Fran out with one shot. Hayes Fran needs to be incredibly careful, J-Dam. I always like finishes, but at this point in the fight, he might be 2 up. He's done really well, and Fonty's baiting him into something.
Fonty has to go. Fonty has to go. I understand he's trying to get a counter. He has to go.
He went to go caught.
But you got to take a risk.
Yeah,
Cyrus,
absolutely, bro. I was going to say, he can't be Izzy at the end of the Strickland fight, just kind of evading. He needs to risk losing, like truly losing this fight to win it. If he's not willing to go face down, he's not going to get that hand raised. There's only 1:30 left to go, so high risk, high reward is the name of the game here this evening, as he's got a lot of damage to do, but now he's sat down, and that is it, Humble. Out in the 3rd round.
100%. It doesn't matter what fight he needs to do. Hayes Fran, he stays incredibly disciplined, and he gets his shot at the Xbox Championship. J-Dime, what a performance from Hayes Fran.
Yeah, excuse my language, but he beat the dog shit out of him. He really. That's exactly what happened.
Such a good performance. Such a good performance.
Although, like I did say, I did feel that early on, Fonty was like managing it well and whatever else. There was just like an accumulative damage that Fran was able to do, and man, like I said, dark horse, and he's now gonna find himself in a position there, lads, to get the next shot at Primetime Gold. Hayes Fran up against FSK Fadinator. But of course, this side of the bracket is only continuing to goddamn heat up, Humble. BFAP Trixie, current Xbox GOAT. The exact title the Fadinator is trying to beat is up next, and he's going up against one of the other dark horses of this entire competition, Jack 17, brother. Jack 17 is going to be a fun one. I don't know how much Trixie's going to be able to kind of look back on Jack's footage at all. Jack's kind of sneaked in here over a little run towards the end of the season, and I think he ended up pretty high as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did really well. His last fight, he got a win over Motown, and he looked absolutely impressive in that performance. Jack 17 was one of the most confident people going at the promos. He was saying, everybody looks at me as a cheeser, but I'm going to show my clean side, and I'm going to win it all. And he's going to have a task. Be Fap Trixie J Time. This guy, like we talked about earlier on, he used to be the GOAT of Primetime. He's the guy who's got the sort of formula on how to beat Fighternator, and essentially he wants that belt back for J Time.
Humble, not had.
He might still have it. We're going to find out if he wins, though. That's the thing. These two could meet each other in the bracket, but he's got a tough test because he's going against an up-and-comer. Trixie's been here before. This is an opportunity for Trixie to show what his intentions are in this Grand Prix. Yeah, Dillashaw is a crazy pick, by the way. We've never seen him once on the PlayStation side. We've seen him 3 times in a row on the Xbox side, so he must be like a favourite pick for Xbox people. I don't know.
Absolutely, and look, I will say that, as you mentioned a moment ago there, both of these guys were the more confident guys when it came to the, promos themselves, and you can see it. They both believe in their abilities. Both guys really not too happy about taking back steps, but beautiful uppercuts from Jack as Dillashaw was leaning down. Trixie got to be careful of that as he's trying to get some very, very well needed respect in this bout.
Good strategy. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm Jack, I was about to say I have to win this round at all costs because you can't allow Trixie to get started. Because once that second round happens, he's going to get started.
Yeah, he is, and we always say that as well. Trixie gets better, and then we've seen some slacking performances. But what I've got to say, essentially, he's on a 3-fight win streak, I believe, Cyrus. So he's doing fantastic at the moment, and he's just a couple of shots. Like, if he wins this fight, essentially, he can potentially put himself in a perfect position to kind of challenge this Grand Prix.
I believe, right, that we are seeing Trixie 2.0 right now. He is looking not only like former shades of himself, but he's looking like he may have leveled up in certain aspects. The way that he's mixing up those combinations, utilizing certain feints to catch his opponent in mid-clinches. He's really, really putting it to Jack right now, who is going to have the best performance of his career to get ahead in this bout. I mean, this is non-stop action, Jay. These guys haven't stopped, bro. They haven't stopped.
Yeah, I don't like how he's letting TJ dictate the dance if you're Petr Yan. There's no way Petr Yan block should be the one low right now.
Crazy that he's kind of keeping him. Oh, Trixie gets caught there. Nice little maneuver. Slip hook, and Trixie needs to be careful because Yan's one of those people. Once he gets going, once he gets your head health lower than his perks kick in, and essentially, I think it's Bulldog, he essentially gets better, and these shots are a bit more aggressive and a bit more powerful.
Yeah, exactly right, bro. Oh my goodness. Good thing for him. He punched him out of that animation because that spinning back fist may have sent him to the land of wind and whispers. But a nice little clinch up, pressing him up against the cage. A little bit of dirtiness coming out right now from Jack, but he gets punished. Oh, Jay, that's madness.
Yeah,
it's over.
Hey, easy night at the office.
Good job, Trixie. Showing his intentions, Cyrus. Swift's Trixie wants to win this Grand Prix, and a first round finish is the best way to prove yourself in that first round. Amazing.
Absolutely. Look, I'll stand on this hill, brother. I believe this is Trixie 2.0, and that's a very dangerous idea when you consider how goated he has been across the entirety of his time here at Primetime MMA. Truly a champion's mentality that guy has, and he showcased it once again here this evening, coming into this fight and really turning it up early in the first round. We've made comparisons to certain fighters in the past, and the fact that he is typically a slow starter. In fact, we even alluded to it there, Jay, with the fact that he's normally having his best round in the second, but he came into that first round with, I don't want to say reckless abandon, but just a certain level of confidence where he was like, I don't even need to make reads here. You have to make reads on me. You have to adjust to me because I'm bringing the pain. And that's what I feel like I saw from Trixie and his mentality coming into that bout.
Yeah, and I also believe that Jack fought the most wrong fight you could possibly fight. He was getting pressured by TJ, and he was Petr Yan. So therefore, you cannot use Petr Yan perks if you're fighting off the back foot with him like that, Humble.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Those moments in the fight he was pressing. I just feel like Trixie essentially made some adjustments, and he did really well to kind of capitalize on the mistakes of Jack, Cyrus, and he really just was brutal when it came to taking him out.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like, you know, Jack actually kind of had some flashes in the beginning where I was like, this guy might be looking pretty good here. But then, like I say, I feel like Trixie just did the absolute right things to put him in bad positions. And, you know, he took away some of the pure advantages that Peter Yan has. And maybe even stylistically, the way that Jack would like to approach the fight just simply was not available to him there. But with that being said, we are burning through this left-hand side of the bracket, and we have the next one up and ready to go. It is between BFAP's very own, as we just saw BFAP Trixie get the job done. Now it's BFAP Kante, another former champion, looking to go out there and absolutely shock the world as he goes up against one of the most dangerous strikers and all-round competitors in the absolute savage, Jake. The savage that is KM Capellotti.
Yeah, Capellotti. There's a few performances that I've seen from Capellotti where he just was like crazy. Like when he's on, he looks like one of the best players in the world. It's just earlier this season he ran into Fadinator like everyone did, but he's a great player.
100%.
And humble. It makes sense that he is such a savage. I just heard that he is a Viking brother of Mr. Noeta, another guy out there that likes to put savagery on display when the lights are brightest. But it makes sense, man. He occasionally like kind of taps into that berserker style of the Viking way. I wonder if he goes that way here this evening. Aldo up against Rob Font, another fun matchup.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to get sort of a boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai style versus maybe pure boxing, but I can see Capital already starting to use the kicks. I just want to go back to what he said in the promo as well. I cut some of it out because of the way he was talking, but he did essentially say that he just wants to
cut it out?
Well, I had to cut the promo, Jay. You have to take certain things out. But he was just saying that essentially he hasn't played the best recently, but he's here to ruin someone's day, J-Time. That's exactly what he's saying. I'm here to ruin someone's day. And that's going to start with Kante. Now, Kante, what a win he got over Driz. I remember that fight like it was yesterday. You guys were going crazy when he landed 6 shots to the body or 5 shots to the body, and you J I'm going nuts. That guy's been at the height. He's been at the top of the Xbox division, so you know what it's like to taste that gold.
Yeah, and Capellotti's striking looks good right now. Kante don't look bad himself, but I like the way Capellotti's playing right now.
Yeah, utilizing a little bit of a reach advantage, feinting the jab out there quite actively. But, you know, the really, really important bit is he's stepping out of range anytime that Aldo rips a combination.
Nice.
So he's only eating 2 of them, Humble, instead of the full 5-piece.
My slight worry about that is when you say stepping out of range, Kante is trying to get him to step out of range so he can kick him, so he's at the end of his kicks. And he's landing leg kicks for fun at the moment. And essentially hasn't had much of an answer back. And you can see he switched stance already, Caballo, because he's realised, you know, that I can't keep eating those. The one thing I'm liking, J-Time, Kante's fighting long. He's using straights a lot, especially at range, and then coming through with them leg kicks. He's keeping Capello at essentially a great fighting range for the kicking distance.
Oh,
nice work.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, what the? Oh my god!
You just seen UFC 5 right there, sorry.
That was the craziest combo of the night, my man. That was something else.
That's what they said they were going to do.
We might not have a performance for it yet, but combo of the night may be needed because that was beautiful, bro. That was actually crazy. I don't know if he'd like literally smashed his face into the controller, but every single strike him out.
That was a great little combo. I like to see that, and that's why I liked it. Nice combinations, J-Time from Kante, really showing there's not only Capello with beautiful combinations. Kante can do that as well.
Yeah, but that was, listen, if I'm a judge, I don't care what happens here. I'm giving him the first round. That's the most glaring moment, and that's like a big shock right there.
Still 53 seconds though to finish this fight. Oh, Kante putting it on. I do believe that he switched gear halfway through last season, Cyrus, and became a completely different player. Like, as soon as he got a title shot and won that belt, essentially, that guy became an absolute demon.
Yeah, he did, man. He's always been a dangerous guy, but I honestly feel like it's just like, it's a belief that you have in yourself when you start to put those wins together that can elevate you. And yeah, I mean, if he believes in himself, he's a dangerous man, much like any of these competitors. Another combination almost rocks him, ending out this first round. Fuck, man, that was an intense one, Jay. That was an intense opening bout opening round from these two competitors in this bout. Still another potential 10 minutes left on the clock.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but Rob Font started good, but Jose Aldo dominated the second part of that round, Humble.
Jesus Christ, he did.
Not anymore!
Oh, and
Not
now it's-
anymore!
Oh my
Jesus.
Oh my God, beautiful work. Nice off the break from Kante, really seizing the moment right. Did give his opponent a second to think. Caught him with a front kick. Bit of a taunt there, Cyrus. I like the showmanship. He's got to watch his stamina though. Running the second round. And Capalot starting to open up.
Yeah.
Getting heated.
The combinations he's letting loose with are beautiful so far, but he gets caught mid wind up, and now he's on.
Oh, he's got him. It's over. Done.
Wow.
It's over.
Wow.
Beautiful work from Kante. Absolutely fantastic. And like I said, this guy switched gears halfway through last season, and he has looked dominant ever since. 6-1 advantage to him right there, Capelot, and essentially I felt like he got beaten a lot of occasions there. There was not one point where I felt like, you know, he's going to win the fight, and Kante looked comfortable, Cyrus. I don't know about you.
Like, Kante did look comfortable, I'll be honest with you. There was moments and certain combinations where I was like, man, this can really put Kante in some serious trouble here, but he didn't. He just didn't. He got clipped with it once, and then he was like, okay, not again. Continued to add on his damage. The accumulation started to add up, and he sent him to the land of wind and whispers. I mean, god damn, man, that was something else. That might be knockout of the night already, right there. That was a beautiful little finish. Excellent little combination to set the finishing sequence up, and whew, we put another one in the history books, lads. That is the left-hand side of the bracket all completed. So actually, let's skip across to that right now.
Go.
Fadnader, Hey It's Fran, BFAP Trixie, BFAP Kante on the left-hand side of the bracket.
That's crazy. Trixie Kante, that's going to be fun. Fireworks, Jay. A firework just went out outside my house. That's not a joke.
No, that's a great fight.
Happened.
Why gotta be teammates fighting though? Sometimes I don't want to see teammates fighting, but potentially it could happen to get on that right side too. If Frosty were to beat Boss Man and Winter were to lose the intro, we'd see more teammates fighting.
Absolutely, and look, it's one of those things. You never want to see teammates fight, but ultimately, the best rise to the top. And when you've got a camp full of killers, and you find yourself competing in the same tournament, you've got to kind of give certain amounts of yourself up to, on that mantle of greatness. And these guys are going to have to go out there, make the best man win, I'm sure. These are two guys, especially Trixie and Kante. The BFAP group have been around for a very, very long time. They've accustomed to competing against their own teammates if and when needed, of course. And I feel like that will be no problem from these guys when it comes to the motivation to get that job done in that second round. But for right now, we approach the starting side of the right-hand side of the bracket. Anime Tidy Expert up against Naznim Humble. These guys, I feel like this is going to be an incredibly closely contended bout. I could be wrong, of course. One guy might blow the other out the water, but Anime Tidy Expert, I believe, ended out last season very, very highly ranked. I think he may have been ranked number 2. And obviously he's now going up against a guy that came in, 5 and 6, actually. Let me put that correct, sorry. 5, no, it's not 5 and 6. 5, must be about 13, Naznim. So even though Naznim outside that top 10, I feel like he's in a very, very good spot. He's showcased some real depth to his game in the past, and he may have to utilize that, although he has gone O'Malley, which really means that he's in for some kickboxing here. Let's be real. He's not going to be trying to shoot some takedowns with O'Malley.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see how Song Yudong kind of deals with that. I love Song Yudong in this game, J-Dime, but anyone that uses Conor McGregor can use O'Malley really well, and essentially it's going to be difficult because I feel like O'Malley's the pick at the moment. He's got a bit of everything. He's got absolutely a bit of everything, and it's going to be tough to beat, especially with Song Yudong, who has to close the range to advance and then land his boxing combinations.
Man, that's dangerous because Sean, like you said, has counter animations, long, rangy kicks, punches, got everything. And to get in a pocket, sometimes you have to take some shots, Hunter.
Yeah, you do. And he is already starting to take some shots. He's starting to capitalize though. If he can stay on that pocket, stay on the lead foot, step on his toes, essentially, sorry, we call it. Step on his toes. Make sure that you do not let him cut that angle, come across with his cross, and essentially cap it. You've got to step on his toes.
This fight, if Naznim continues to stay inside the pocket, he's lost the fight already. Song Yudong was in the pocket, and he's the guy that's built for that. He needs to step out. Like, every time the Song Yudong is stepping back, he's actually putting he's actually putting Naznim in a better position to land strikes on him. So, for my money, stay on that front foot, continue to crowd the distance, and continue to land those beautiful boxing combinations that are quite clearly causing Naznim some problems early here, Jay.
Yeah, I don't like the range Naznim is fighting at. Honestly, I think he needs to use that jab and use the range. Make it a clean fight, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. And just to go back to the betting lines to see what the viewing public think, essentially 87% of people bet on Naznim to win this fight. So Anime Expert got, so obviously the pick, Cyrus, even though he's 2-1 upon him, you know, the pick is a big sort of factor in that. And I think that Anime Expert's doing okay.
Anime Expert is well ahead in this fight right now. Wow! The only times he's been in danger is right there where he got pulled on that counter, and he's preemptively leaning Jay, which actually got him caught with a little bit of a head kick earlier on in this round. But when they're on the inside, he's landing, and he's landing with absolutely vicious intent.
I'm concerned about these shots that Sean O'Malley is taking. Do not fight with your ego, Sean O'Malley, if you want to win. Long, rangy shots up the middle. Oh my goodness, nice. That's what he should do, Humble.
Yeah, he's trying to look for big sort of counters right there, and I do believe like staying long is really key with O'Malley, but at the same time, get some success with some of them counters. I just feel like letting your opponent kind of get into that range is a problem, Cyrus. You've got defensive tools for a purpose. You've got defensive movement for a purpose. You've got to use it.
Yeah, he's kind of fighting like a Stefan Struve right now. You know, he's got all the range in the world, and he's fighting on the inside. I mean, look, and we got Matty D, one of the goats of the community, in the chat saying anime piecing. What the fuck? You're absolutely right, brother. He's coming out here landing those hands. He's not traditionally this active and fighting this close in the pocket, but he's making it work. And although the stamina's burning, who needs stamina when your opponent's face down on the canvas, Jay?
How is Sean still eating these shots? Look at his head health right now.
Song Yudong absolutely laying it into MJ time. I am incredibly impressed with Song Yudong from Anime Expert.
Well, we see the champ in the chat actually predicted Naznim going into this one, and he may be right as he gets it. Oh, never mind. No, end of the round. Saved by the bell, Jay. Saved by the bell.
I love Fadnet. Just go in the chat and just wind everyone up. Saying Fadnet, the champ's still here.
Hey, did he win that round? Did he win that round, man?
I don't know. I don't think he won that round. I think he was getting paced in that round. His leg, his health damaged. Then Naznim needs to switch it up massively, and he can't let Anime Expert essentially get off as he is. So he needs to make sure that he's defensively sound on the outside and stay there.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not sure. I think that Anime got a rock early in the first, and he's got a rock early in the second. Head health blinking, attacking low, not discriminating where he's landing those shots out here, Humble. Back to pressing the action, and with a lot of time to work, this has got to be concerning for Naznim and everybody that bet on this man coming into this bout.
Nice. Beautiful work back to the leg kick, Jay.
Yeah, and Matty D says in the chat, facts. Jay knows the score. No, he may have won that round, seriously, off that stun. But that has nothing to do with how bad his head health is right now.
He's getting paced, and if he continues, it's going to be a problem. But then he comes back with it straight down the middle. These guys can finish each other at any moment. We've got to remember that sometimes, even though if it's swaying in the other direction. Beautiful adjustment right there, Naznim.
Nice work. He's pressing him, man. Why is O'Malley so close? It's like he doesn't want to give him any space. It's confusing to me, but he's getting some success, although, you know, his overall health obviously not looking fantastic. Is Anime playing possum here for his stamina? Is he like second guessing himself? Oh, is he setting up that right hand?
Beautiful work, came over the top right there. Caught shot on O'Malley. Now it's Anime Expert pressing the action. Naznim's got to be on the defensive back foot. Gets caught with a straight right J Diamond. It's about to be over.
Oh, is it over? Oh, it's over. Dang, his head health was so gone. He threw that one punch on that ground and pound. It was over.
Well, these guys are quick on that to finish tonight.
Yeah, I love that. They're setting time. They're setting some real quick time on these bouts, and I appreciate it, man. It's always nice. We want to hunt finishes, and you know, the primetime guarantee was coined by our friend Bane some time ago, and I have to say these guys have continued to live up to that. Yeah, he's doing some great things. He's fighting.
He's fighting Anderson Silva's son.
Yeah. again.
A Misfits card. That's crazy. Give Bane the commentators to do this is fighting Anderson Silverson and a Misfits card. That is fucking crazy.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Look, on to bigger and better things. And of course, much like these guys advancing through this tournament, they have lofty expectations of where they can go here this evening. First on the right-hand side of the bracket, as you are about to see, of course, anime Thai expert getting the job done. Many people betting against him, but he believed in himself and advances to the next stage. But humble. It moves on next to Easy Work. G, goddamn G, up against Ali. This one, brother, has fireworks written all over it.
They all do. Every single fight night, but this one especially. We've had some sleepers, J Dime, and this is one of them. Easy Work. He always goes out there and presses, and he speaks for his name in volumes. He gets the work done in an easy fashion a lot of the times, but he's got a tough competitor in Ali DP. Ooh, that's close.
Good record.
That's
Good
close.
record between them. I was about to say Ali is underrated. He contended for the belt before. You know what happened, but I think he's a top Xbox player in his own right.
I agree. They all are, like, these guys are all kind of chopping and changing for position a lot of time, and it's just take Cyrus that bit of like consistency to kind of keep themselves on the momentum to get that shot and essentially upset the world.
Absolutely. It's what separates, some great performances to absolutely...
Mali.
Yeah, I read that. Well, starting this one out, Peter Yan pressing the action, trying to take it to O'Malley early. Easy Work. Gonna need to get those counters going. He is attacking the body often and early with the uppercuts and the knees, but Ali returning in kind. Kind of starting out as we expected, Jay.
Yeah, but I'm just happy. After what we've seen earlier with Peter Yan, he's on his front foot, even though he's eating body shots, though, Humble.
Yeah, he's got to press forward sometimes. The trade-off is worth it for Yan, because Yan, once you get ahead, everything becomes easier. So essentially, it's a race to get ahead. That's exactly what Ali's trying to do. He's just pressing Easy Work, making Easy Work kind of work a bit harder than he usually would. Easy Work wants it to be easy, but I like the pressure.
Oh
Crazy.
my God, bro.
Nice knee, good timing.
I'm in my 30s and he just made my voice break. That was crazy.
That's good.
Oh,
nice work. Steps his job.
There's a stutter step in there as well. He's catching very, very nicely. Ali looking very, very much focused going into this one. Easy Work GG trying to pick him apart at range, but...
I was going to say before the fight as well, these two guys like to go to the body a lot at J-Time. You've seen a lot of investment already. Got to be careful not to become predictable, but every shot they throw to the body lands. It is calculated and brutal.
It is. And you know what Peter Yan should do? Mix in no Sotogari.
Yeah, very valid point. Goes for the hip toss instead. Easily defended by Easy Work GG, who now has a slight stamina advantage, but a knee to the body equalizes that a little bit, much to Humble's point. They are absolutely trying to hunt after that liver.
This ain't gonna last. O'Malley's suffering more. I think it's nice defense. Nice teep as well. You've seen the damage go straight down there. I like the good head kick and short. Easy Work.
Oh my God! Easy Work GG making Easy Work once again here this evening. That guy, brother, when he starts to put together the strikes, he is as impressive as absolutely anybody else out there. What a finish! Another one, Jay. Another one for his highlight reel.
Oh my God! Why'd he do that to him? Whew.
A killer when it comes to finishes. That was a killer sequence for somebody who just doesn't let people off the hook, Jay. Essentially, as soon as he had him in the set, like his line of vision to kind of line up a combination, he let rip and put him out on the way down.
Yeah, you said I can't say it any better than that.
Woo. You know, another thing to point out there is that man right there has recently signed with BFAP as we approach the last season of UFC 4 and of course going into UFC 5, so a great signing for them. Quite evidently that guy has some lightning hands, and I mean those combinations, lads, they were something else. With that being said though, of course we have the remaining right-hand side of the bracket. There's another 2 fights here to go, and the first one up is between Winter and KM Intro. Now, Humble, I'm gonna throw this to you, my man. The absolute legend behind our promos. You know as well as I do, as better as anybody else, in fact. that Winter was not too impressed going into this one with the KM group, was not happy that he was released from that camp, and of course had some choice words going into this one. And lo and behold, brother, he's fighting a former teammate in KM Intro.
Yeah, it was a bit of time ago, but essentially I've got that Winter obviously expressed that I wasn't able to play it back then, but I kept it just in case he was going to play another KM guy, because he was not happy to be let go from the KM team. And essentially he's got 2 KM boys on this side of the bracket, and if Frosty wins his fight and Winter wins his, he gets to knock out 2 KM boys on the way there. It's an interesting story. He does not like Frosty. He didn't say anything bad about Intro J-Dime, but essentially he's just not happy with their camp, so he's going to be a lot to prove right now.
I've got something to jump in, lad. I've got to apologise. Okay. He's beaten Intro before the fight has even started, because Intro has gone MIA right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where.
As
of right now, unless something changes very, very soon with introspectively, because we're not really about going back. He is going to get a bye into the next stage of it, and obviously to come in here and be released from a camp, to be talking trash about that camp, that the KM boys are going to want Intro to be representing them here this evening. He's a guy that normally turns up. He's never had issues in the past, so I don't know really what's going on here, but we will, for right now, unfortunately, move on to the next one. As far as I'm aware, Winter is going to be getting a bye to the next round, but we will head on to Kingsman Frosty up against FSK Bossman instead. And look,
hold on, they said Winter is in. Wait. What? Trixie said Winter is in BFAP. That's Trixie just said.
Yeah, Winter's another signing for BFAP. Yeah, Easy Work and Winter, another signing. So, look, the BFAP boy is out here in force here this evening, and Kingsman need to get themselves ahead on that bracket. Basically, they need somebody representing them going into the next stage, because right now they had one guy lose their fight. Of course, no loss there up against really the champion currently. So he went up against the best in the division, but right now they had a guy that was able to talk a lot of trash on them leading up in that promo. They had an opportunity to silence that man, and they haven't been able to do so, because unfortunately Intro not here. But we'll get into the next one anyway, lads. So like I said, KM Frosty representing Kingsman, the last man of Kingsman still standing, or so it would seem, going up against FSK's very own Bossman, who funnily enough, Humble, was the champion going into the last Grand Prix that we had. And obviously he went up against Trixie, so this man holding the gold in the past, and of course he wants to get there, although he does have Killer's Road to go through until he even gets the opportunity.
Yeah, and he predicted it. He said that essentially J-Dime, he will get to the end and fight his teammate in Fighter and beat him as the rematch that they had when he lost his belt last season to the Grand Prix, and they got two essentially Fighter. So essentially, Bossman wants to be the man, but Frosty MMA, you can see right there, he's up on him. He's got Sean O'Malley, and he's very confident. He's a very confident player, Frosty MMA, and he's got some of the best finishes that we've seen in this Xbox division. I think sometimes, Cyrus, he goes under the radar a bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I was really, really high on Frosty when he came into this promotion, and low-key, he's had some ups and some downs, but I truly believe that this guy has some unique abilities on the game. He has a unique style, and when he's really, really executing well, he can... Whoa, wow, what the hell just happened?
Oh,
was that a connection issue right there? I'm not too sure. We'll see in a second.
We might have went 5 rounds or something.
Probably, yeah, probably. So, look, we'll skip
5 rounds. Yeah, they say 5 rounds.
Yeah, 5 rounds. Okay.
That's okay. We'll skip back across to our beautiful faces for one more moment as we wait for these guys to lobby up once again. So they'll get scheduled for 3 rounds, but in fact, lads, as we look forward, right, and we have a couple of moments, we may as well take an opportunity to talk about some of the fights that we have scheduled, of course. And I want to highlight one fight in particular. I want to highlight the Anime Tidy Expert up against Easy Work GG. We've just seen those 2 competitors come out here. I'll throw it to you first, Jay, my man. Anime Tidy Expert came out and looked so focused, so reinvigorated and improved in his style that I believe that he may be a menace for absolutely anybody out there. But Easy Work did exactly the same against Ali. These guys being at the absolute top of their prime, leading themselves on the right-hand side of the bracket, they might be 2 of the kind of front runners for this right side, outside of obviously these 2 right here.
Yeah, you're right, and I want to see what Easy Work can do in this match. The now BFAP Easy Work.
Oh yeah, 4 beef up guys in the same.
Yeah, it's like they're running the Grand Prix right now. That's a lot of them.
Yep. Look, people may have thought the BFAP was on the decline, but they are not, my man. I'm telling you, I've always had belief in those guys. I like the competitors. They've always been incredibly easy to deal with, and they've always put on sensational performances. And do you know one of the things I like about it as well, Humble, is that they're willing to take on guys who don't conform to a style. They just want competitors that are really about honing their craft. They have guys who are grappling specialists. They have striking specialists. They have guys that can do it all. And I think that that's a massive, massive part of why that camp continues to be so successful.
Yeah, you just need successful people in every area, and then you can learn off each other, and that's how you all get an overall game, and you become great everywhere essentially. And you know, I'm sure they had Dave as well. Is that right, Cyrus? They had Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. They had Dave over there as well.
Yeah, I don't know where he is at the moment, but essentially, like, people like that and Trixie and other people are just fantastic. They're always going to help these younger guys get better. And sometimes you see like a Ross Pearson moment where one guy's kind of a UFC fighter and he pushes other people along, makes other people better, and you see these guys just come out of nowhere, J-Dime, because they're being coached by a top tier fighter.
Yeah, and I don't believe that BFAP is on the decline. I think they're just getting started because UFC 5 is about to come out soon too. So there's honestly, they're really just getting started.
Absolutely. Nice little attacking to the body. Once again, we have Bossman trying to do what he does best and swarm the face of Frosty, trying to turn this into a boxing match. But of course, Frosty utilizing those combinations very, very effectively, and the footwork of Sean allowing him to, you know, kind of retreat and move very, very efficiently. This is beautiful work, actually, early in this round. Still early, Humble, but so far, so good. Both guys having big moments of success.
Yeah, I'm not counting either of them winning at the moment. They're having bits and bobs, but at the same time, nothing big's happening. I feel like this fight's about to explode at any moment. They're just kind of waiting for their opportunity. I'm really liking the body jabs, J-Dime and Frosty MMA.
I am too, but Sean O'Malley head health is getting toasted just a little bit. But I like this matchup though because of Rob Font's boxing, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly. Rob Font can be really, really dangerous. The combinations are absolutely sensational. And so far, for my money, you know, a lot of these O'Malley players are struggling to utilize his, you know, real assets out here, Humble. And Frosty may be the guy to do that, as he is trying to maintain the range. And the knee! Beautifully timed. That's the sort of money shots that he needs.
Yeah, it is. It's just he needs to pick them apart with those big opportunities. But Frosty MMA is just mixing it up really, really well. He's starting to push Bossman back, and that's the problem, J-Dime. When he starts to push it back and then unload, that's where the big damage is going to come. And Bossman needs to do his best to kind of keep the center of the octagon and make sure that Frosty MMA doesn't get him behind that line. Because when he does, if he hurts him, he's going to get extra damage.
You know what people forget about Bossman? He's more than just a decent UFC fighter. He's a former champ over here, Cyrus.
Absolutely, brother. And when he was on top, he was absolutely menacing. His forward pressure, his shot selection was second to none. Of course, fell on some tough times, but has always looked dangerous every single time he has stepped into that octagon. Even on his bad days, he has shown that he can take out the best of them. But right now, this is a hyper-competitive bout over the opening 5 minutes of the first round. We're going to approach the second one with it all to play for, Humble. Truly, each one of these guys still in with a very, very good opportunity to get themselves a W here this evening.
Yeah, I'm liking the work from both guys. Frosty, for me, is a bit more in control of the fight in certain segments. J-Dime, because he's utilising certain body shots he's got. Bossman biting on some feints, but Bossman's always dangerous. We've seen a couple of opportunities where he slept through like a big combination or really hurt him. He's starting to press forward a bit more as well. Maybe that's where he'll have a bit more success.
Maybe, but Sean O'Malley's not an easy person to fight against on here.
Beautiful uppercut. Here we go.
Absolutely. Nice work. This is very, very good cage cutting. Humble. Cage cutting, not following his opponents. Really starting to make this octagon feel a little bit small for Frosty MMA.
Yeah, Frosty MMA, though, great work right there. Finding a little gap and getting himself out of danger. And then he puts himself behind that. But I think that might have been a mistake here, Dime. He's been winning the fight when he's going forward. I think I might be right. Bossman's realised his key to success is pressing forwards and putting the pressure on Frosty MMA, Jay.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to find that one thing. I think that's it. He found if he go forward, he can have success. You're right, Humble.
Yeah, and you can see them battling for position. It's a constant footwork battle right now, Cyrus. Whoever kind of put the other guy in a position where they can hurt them, either the back foot for either one. Bossman having a lot more success. I wonder if he's got anyone in his corner at the moment, Cyrus.
The Episcope boys normally do, I would imagine him, and of course, the champion. I imagine he's got Fad in his corner at absolute least. Could be wrong. You shake your head over there. You don't believe so, Humble. You don't believe so.
Fadden is all for himself, man. Fadden, I'm telling you. And he got these guys where they are, but Fadden is a competitor.
Are you sure? But are you sure about that? I'm not
find out after. Just tell us if you had someone in your corner.
I'm sure. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not sure that he would do that. I think he cornered him because Fadden probably feel like he's at the level where it won't even matter if he helps him out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He just knows that it doesn't even matter.
But the thing is, though, like, you know, all jokes aside, jokes included even, Badnator, you know, was calling Bossman his son, and he just got spin kicked. My goodness, O'Malley, Frosty MMA, looking as cold as ever out there here this evening.
Frosty doing really well, really well. Bossman's in trouble right now, and he's doing well at the start of the round, but then it's gone back to how it was, J-Time. Frosty MMA gets caught with an uppercut, though. Bossman shuts me up, and he's trying to finish the fight, getting his opponent against the fence. This is where he has success.
Yeah, and he has actually got Fadnator in his corner. We've just had it confirmed by the champion in the chat. But I don't know if that's... I don't know if it's going to help him, man. These guys hyper competitive. Frosty showing he's real, showing he's here, showing he's down to win the entire thing. But he's going up against Bossman with that left hand, which is money.
Oh.
So this could potentially, Jade, be the loss for Fadnator as a coach, right?
Yeah, it counted the loss for the coach.
We'll take that. So Frosty could beat him 1-0 coach, and there we go, Cyrus. You take every win you can if you're Frosty, right? You know what I mean?
Okay, all right, listen. Oh, Fadnator said, and I quote, here's the government name.
No, he didn't just get, no, we don't do government names. Okay, he didn't just give the government name out on foot.
He will definitely win. That's
yeah,
what
Jesus Christ. He said, we'll definitely win. We don't do government words out here, Fadnator. You're playing that, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, forcing the action once again, trying to utilize that spinning back fist, but the footwork across the MMA still standing up. Got the rock hit, got the head held gone. Another rock to the box.
Hey!
Oh no,
Jay, mate, like
he's nails. Oh man,
he's hanging in. He's hanging in.
But for how long?
Mr. Noeta in the chat saying round 3 Frosty is a menace. I can see it, my man. He's turning up and he's turning out right here. Gotta be careful. Bossman still dangerous. He was a champion for a reason and wants to get back to that gold. Trying to do it with this combination.
Bossman, not lying back, J-Time, trying to take it into his initiative to finish the fight. Good job getting it back, but he needs to capitalize on this string of events.
He needed that. Like, the momentum was shifting the other way. And maybe he is right. Maybe he will find a way to win.
We've got Trixie in the chat as well, Jay, like coaching Frosty against Fadnator's Bossman. That is so funny.
A great battle.
Yeah. I love it. Frosty MMA on his back, Cyrus. And he needs to I don't know what the scorecards say, but I feel like he's been winning the fight. I don't know, because we get these commentator visions where we go blackout essentially. It's really hard to commentate and judge a fight at the same time. We've realised that. But at the moment, from what I remember, he had the better sort of 2 rounds so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think I agree, but like you say, it's very difficult to commentate live. But these guys, I don't think, are going to leave this to the judges' decision. A minute 45 left on the clock in the 3rd and final round. Both guys still taking risks, still trying to separate their opponent from consciousness, and a left hand sits him down.
I thought it was the other way around there. Oh, nice work. Beautiful spin right there.
I love that.
Love it. Absolutely love it. You time that perfectly, J-Time, as your opponent tries to like push out and he spins around it. Beautiful work from him.
Oh. So is Sean winning this decision? Because you know I don't judge, so.
Well, Swift Trixie, the GOAT, if you will, is saying that Frosty needs another knockdown. I mean, it's going to buy up some time from this man. There's only 35 seconds left. It could see out the entire time, but the escape seems imminent. Of course, may allow him to separate and allow for one last big flashing moment.
I just don't know if Bossman is winning this fight, and obviously what he just did right there, wasted 30 seconds of the clock.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. This is a great fight, guys. This is a great fight.
Yeah, we're about to find out who won it. Of course, we go to the judges' scorecards for the first time here this evening. Round 1, showing highlights from... What's that? I was going to say Frosty, but no, that's Bossman, sorry. Bossman is Rob Font. But here's the spin kick, the death kick in close. I know,
that's
bro.
so bad.
He went full contortionist to hit that shit.
He's not near him. Like, he's way too close to him on that. Okay, we didn't really get much from the highlights. We got Rob Font with his hand up in the air. I wonder who chat thinks has won the fight. This will be interesting. Sean O'Malley looking displeased, Jedan.
Unanimous decision.
Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley. He gets the job done. KM Frosty moving on to the next round. He's going to have his opportunity to try and silence a former teammate in the next one. Whoa, my goodness. That was a fun fight, man. I know he went to the judges' scorecard for the first time here this evening, but it was action-packed, start to end, Humble. These guys didn't, leave us wanting for action here this evening. There was no coasting. They were trying to go for that finish.
I love the fact that Frosty's won this fight and Trixie. There's so many storylines here, Jay, to unpack. Trixie's coaching Frosty. Fighternator's coaching Bossman. Trixie might be fighting. It's absolutely crazy. And the next round's going to be absolutely insane. But we now get KM Winter versus KM Frosty. They're the old teammates. And no, it's BFAP Winter versus KM Frosty. That is going to be absolutely insane because them two have beef. And Winter talks some shit about Frosty. J-Time.
Yeah, and that's why we love fights like that.
Absolutely, brother, absolutely. Now, of course, we have been way through these fights, and we're going to get everybody set up for the final, of course. Leading up to this one, we had, 8 fights in total. We now have 8 fights left to go. So although some of these guys have been eliminated from this tournament here this evening, we're going to hit that promo one more time for the remaining guys. Let's see what they said heading into this entire competition. I'd be interested to hear what they have to say now. So if you guys are listening, let us know in the chat how you're feeling about the rest of the tournament. But for right now, we're going to skip across this promo, and we'll be right back for the second stage of this Grand Prix.
Nobody knows my
A lot of people, they call me a cheesy player. But in the Grand Prix, I'm going to show my clean side and win the whole fucking thing.
This is the last big tournament of the season before 5 comes out, and I'm just trying to go out there, have fun, compete, and see how far I go. Viva Mexico, cabrón.
The trouble I've seen.
A great performance though by Nazneen. Nazneen is just that good.
Nobody knows.
Depending on how the bracket works out, I think I see me and Fat and A are in the finals. Having a rematch. We fought in the last Grand Prix. I don't see anyone else in the top 16 who can even touch me.
I'm just gonna ruin someone's day and get on with it. Feel me?
Just gonna try to go out there, finish him. Frosty's a pink cheeser, Shogun's a Nebo and rat. Fuck KM for kicking me.
Intro. Perspective.
This evening, it was all about, introspectively, getting those extra points for the Grand Prix. When the lights are bright, Kante is performing at his goddamn best.
They is trying to fall off like a chick. It's down to my son. Oh, man. It's over. Guarantee. Shows why he's like that.
I've been primetime GOAT for as long as I can remember. I've taken a few losses here and there, but I always come back. Come the 16th, I'm taking it all.
The way Anime Expert throws his shots is just vicious. You don't really want to get hit by that guy.
M-Town did a great job. That was damn near flawless.
M-Town's finest doing KM very, very proud. An easy work GG making easy work of it here this evening.
Yeah. One of the best leg kickers in the game.
A new era is dawning, it would appear, with the Elite Kingsman back on top, with Fonty leading the goddamn charge. Fonty rising to that occasion.
This man continues to impress us. Ali DP10, showing us why he deserves his shot in the Grand Prix.
Frosty's cold. Ice cold. If Frosty believes in himself, Frosty can get it done. There's a black cloud that sits over the Xbox division, and that's why these guys aren't motivated to promote their fights. If they get through all those other guys on their side of the bracket and they make it to the finals, what's waiting for them on the other side? Fatinator's waiting for them on the other side. You think these 15 guys have a shot? A shot against Fatinator? That's crazy. Do you hear how confident Fatinator sounds? You need a fucking spaceship to crash into his house while he's in round 2. If you even make it to round 2 to have a chance to beat Fatinator. Shout out to Fad. Congratulations on winning the Xbox Grand Prix. I think we should just say that now, Fatinator.
The undisputed Xbox champion of the world, Fatty the Baddie.
Just like last season, I will go undefeated again because I'm by far the best player in primetime, and the rest of the competition I saw shit, to be honest.
The Primetime Xbox Grand Prix is here!
So sit back and enjoy the show, yeah? You are welcome.
And we are back, my guys. We are back. The Xbox Grand Prix continues. We are into the second stage, and we are entering this entire thing with the second title fight of this evening. FSK Fatinator making it through the first round, now going up against the maybe dark horse of the entire thing in Hayes Fran. Calling the action, as you well know, J-Dime TV, Mr. Humbledink, two of the best in the business. Lads, the time is now.
100% the time is now. The championship fight. The Xbox Championship is on the line, J-Dime, and the story hasn't changed. I just want to make that clear. If the story changed there, Cyrus, we couldn't play that promo, but the story hasn't changed. In fact, it's got more interesting, and Hey It's Fran wants to throw a spanner in the works and stop this Fatinator sort of praise, because it is... What else do we talk about at this stage, J-Dime? What do we do?
Okay, so... what is Fran's game plan going into this?
Oh no, man! You're asking the wrong person.
I think he does what he did in the last one, brother. He comes into this fight believing in
Would
himself.
that be enough? Would
Well,
that be
this is the
enough
thing,
as a
man.
question?
I feel like people need to come in with this B-Pain attitude of I'm the best. Do you know what I mean? They can't second guess themselves. And Hayes Fran showcased in the last one that he believes in himself here this evening. He cannot allow himself to get absolutely, kind of. Oh my goodness! Just like that, bro! Just like that, believe!
Nice,
I was about to say, AJ going, hey, that would have been the greatest moment in PT history if that happened. Oh my God.
What a head kick.
That would have been the greatest moment in PT
What a head
history.
kick. That was crazy. That was beautifully timed. You know, he's got that in the back pocket now. He's clearly... Fatinator does this, though. We've seen him against Winter, essentially, Cyrus, when he was getting pieced up a bit on the feet, took him down, dominated. The fight was different. Fight was different instantly, and that's what he might do right now, and it looks like he's starting to tee off.
Yeah, absolutely. He was, this is the thing, man. Fatinator's so composed. You just got to be careful not to get a little bit overzealous. It's about believing in yourself, but respecting your opponent. And it's a very, very kind of subtle balance that you've got to have. And right now, the champion in a very dangerous position with an incredible amount of time to work out here, Jay.
Okay, so would that not have been the greatest moment in PT history?
Isn't it like a testament of how good Fatinator is that he gets hit with a head kick that could almost finish him, and like a sponge just absorb it, and now it looks like he's dominating the fight. Like, it's crazy.
Man, that would have been crazy.
But he stands back up. Interesting standing back up.
Yeah.
Two body kicks.
You know Fad, man. Fad's a guy that does not lack in confidence. Everything we talk about the opponents needing, he has in spades. And he's looking to showcase that knockdown. May have been a little bit of luck coming his way or going his opponent's way. But we'll see if that goes against him or not, because it was very quick that Rachmanov, the challenger, Hey It's Fran, landed that. Doesn't seem to have stopped him, that ground game. He's back at it, Jay. He's pressing the action again.
Yeah, and that wasn't luck where he landed.
No,
That's called a well-timed kick.
Yeah. Beautiful work. Ooh. Oh, that was important, that little sweep. Likes the work. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Fad, and I know we say that a lot, but he's starting to think about the longevity of the round, the fight. So obviously Fran's had that big moment, but the character choices that you pick, essentially, they dictate the sort of stamina, where you're good, J-Time, and what you can throw. And I'd say Leon Edwards can go 5 rounds, and essentially hates Fran. Has got a character that is not used to going for 5 rounds, and it shows in his stats.
Yeah, but Fran doesn't look bad right now. And to me, I think Fran has to conserve his stamina for the final 35 seconds of this round, Cyrus.
Oh!
Oh, wow!
Absolutely right. But it's not in Hayes Fran's DNA. He went forward, he got caught, and the champion may be trying to close it out. Oh!
Nice work, overzealous. Fadinator gets turned. 4 seconds left, though. He did right to go for it, J-Time, because it didn't matter if he got turned over there.
He may have stole the round. He may have just stole the round by.
Did you see that though? There was only 3 significant strikes landed in that fight in that round by Hayes Fran. And
one of them.
Yeah, one of them sat him down, bro.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, bang! When he slipped off to and he caught him coming back up to the middle. That's perfect timing. Look, he realizes he's kind of ducking quite a bit and throws a head kick, but beautiful work also from Fadinator. Great start to this title fight for the Xbox Championship. We are well spoiled here at Primetime. Yeah, we're well spoiled.
The competition, non-stop, action, absolutely onslaught. This is incredible. The rounds, the entire thing only continuing to heat up. Fadinator looks like he's reinvigorated. He had his corner work in between rounds, Jay. He's pressing the action, trying to take the challenger out right here.
Whoa. Oh! Christ, he's liking that combination that he did it in the first fight, Jay.
Yeah, and Fadinator was in chat saying, lucky kick.
Oh, right. You might be freaking right. The way he's pressing forward at the moment, he's throwing a lot of straights.
Yeah, he's got his block broken right now. He's just trying to continue that, trying to force a mistake. Lovely little slip off. Rachmanov needs to be defensively sound, allow his head health and block to recover whilst landing counters. Easier said than done as the champion, one of the best in the business, continues to press the action and make this cage feel tiny.
He just has like 6 or 7 ways of fighting Fadinator does. He constantly presses the action, J-Time, until you cannot keep up anymore, because one of those styles that he fights in, you're not going to be as good as the man. Beautiful.
Shavkat. Like, we just seen that first round, right? And now everything is going the other way.
What happened in that first round? Fadinator came in the chat, lucky kick, and then just goes, nah, not anymore, not today.
Oh, brother, he may have this right here.
Fatty. It's Fatty.
Oh, lovely. Never mind. And again, and still, FSK Fadinator gets the job done. Your primetime champion moves on to the next round. And Humble, he is knocking at the door. He is knocking at the door, brother. And that absolutely, what felt like an unattainable record the Trixie set is now just within his grasps. And you know what he has to do, brother? He has to see who wins this next one, because it may be Trixie that's trying to stop that, my man. But bro, I don't want to get ahead. But like, this is insanity. This
17 wins in a row. 17 wins. That's crazy. Like, just absolutely crazy, J-Time. Over 2 seasons, 17 in a row. And as Cyrus just said, he's not knocking at the door anymore, Cyrus. He's kicked the door down and he's starting to clear the room. Like, he's gone past that point. Fadinator is the man. There's only enough good things you can say before you run out of nice things to say, J-Time. But someone needs to freaking step up, and I love this storyline. Trixie needs to win his next fight. This is one of the most important fights of Trixie's entire primetime career, J-Time.
This is crazy. That was crazy. I can't say nothing. There's nothing for me to say right now.
Oh, bro, I knew this entire thing was going to be madness. This is why we love kicking off the seasons with these Grand Prix. It allows these guys to really showcase their skills. It's not just about turning up once that night. It's about the consistency, Humble. And let's be honest, consistency is key. It's what separates the boys from the men. It's what separates the good from the greats. And right now, Fadinator trying to do that once again here this evening. And so far, he has been off to an absolute blessed start as he's able to get through, even in the face of adversity, able to get through it and come back in bigger and better ways. You know, you said it actually the best a moment ago, my man. He can fight you like 5-6 different ways, and he'll just kind of cycle through those in the course of a fight until he finds something that works. And that's what he did right there, because Hate's friend came out, and a lot of people would have maybe succumbed to the pressure or even the concern of that early knockdown after what was an impeccable head kick. It was an impeccable head kick. But he didn't even count it. He just went in his own head, whether it be a lie or not. He went, "That's lucky. I'm still the GOAT." And he came out there that second round and he put it on him.
Yeah, he did. He's fantastic. Just absolutely brilliant performance. But we need to move on to this fight. This fight is so important. This fight is Trixie's biggest fight. That he's like fighting as a teammate as well, which makes it even crazier. J-Dime. Kante looked incredible earlier on. Cyrus said it in the promo. Kante always shows up when the lights are brightest, and essentially always proves himself. This is Trixie's biggest fight because he's going to give him the time to redeem himself against Ferdinand. He needs to win it right now. And I want to say something as a fan, J-Dime. All this season I've been waiting for Trixie to kind of come along and be that challenger for Ferdinand, and every time he's got to that hurdle, this fight right here, every time he's got to this sort of fight, he's lost it. And this needs to be the change right now in the Grand Prix. This needs to be what the difference is. We're at a new season. It's a new start. It doesn't feel like it because of Ferdinand, but we're at a new start to its new season.
This is the most important fight. What's the word? This is the most important fight for Trixie, and this could lead up to the most important fight in primetime history.
Crazy, yeah.
Absolutely. Look, bro, this is edge of your seat sort of stuff. I know. I know, bro. I know. Jesus. They touched him up. Round 1 underway. Of course, 3 rounds scheduled in this non-title fight bout. These guys, of course, not only fighting to get ahead in this competition, but fighting for an opportunity to challenge for the belt next. This has been a blistering start to this season for them. Both of these guys getting a nice W, and they're going to be really familiar with each other, Humble, which is... I don't know if that's going to play to Trixie's favor or Kante's, but of course he's probably going to be confident being 9-0 in official matchups between these guys.
Yeah, I'm loving the style of Trixie at the moment. He's really doing really well to kind of get ahead in the fight. He's using McGregor J-Dime. Not the best stats at welterweight when you talk about that. And then you've got Kante using Leon Edwards. We've just seen how good he is. Both southpaw lows, so that's going to even each other out. No one's going to have an advantage with a certain foot, etc.
Yeah, but if there's going to be no grappling, then Conor is perfect for this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kante is the type of guy that normally mixes it up. But to be real with you, I don't know if he wants to do that against Trixie, because Trixie's the guy, man. Like, he is the guy that does it everywhere. When we talk about well-rounded fighters, he is the man that fits the bill, kind of the face that comes up when you search it under the dictionary. It's Beef Up Trixie right there, but he's pressing the action right now. And, you know, Kante, Jay, he's winding up on big combinations, and that can really start to tax his stamina as Trixie continues to attack the legs and the body of Leon Edwards.
Yeah, Conor should not have more stamina than Leon Edwards right now, Humble.
He's really thrown when he's in range. He's doing a really good job. Trixie's not overexerting himself in any position. He's trying really not to make any mistakes. He's looking... Cyrus, what did you call him in the last fight? The mystical Trixie, whatever? The Trixie of old, the new Trixie, whatever? He's really looking like he's improved. Like, you look at Trixie right now. Yeah. Great. Yeah, Trixie 2.0 is showing. And essentially... every time he kind of lands or gets in the pocket, he lands every single shot. Like, it hits a block or it hits the person when his guard's down, one or the other.
Yeah, look, it's about having competitors that truly make you kind of level up and take yourself to that different place. And Trixie was at the top for so long. People were struggling to challenge him at a certain point, kind of like where Fadnator is right now, that I feel like it forced him to reassess. It forced him to change his game and answer some of the deficits. And that was starting a little slow. And as you can see, J-Dime, starting slow, not a problem for this man here this evening.
Oh my goodness. That's what I was saying. Kante. Trixie comes back. Catches him. 3 pace.
It may be over.
Beautiful. Beautiful work.
Trixie. Shut away from edge of his ticket, Jay.
He survived. He just survived that.
Here we go. The roller coaster begins.
Through the highs and the lows, these competitors take us to the absolute emotional limits that we can possibly stomach. They now find themselves at the end of this little round here, with body shots are flying, and Swift Trixie definitely on the winning tracks. Kante still looking dangerous, J-Dime, but that was a round for the former champion and current GOAT within the Xbox division, of course, as he tries to not only get through a teammate, but move on to answer the call against Fad.
I really want to see how this second round goes. I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, 100%. And just to keep people notified who are watching this and not looking at the chat, you've got like Webbo in the chat talking about it's Kante time, and Fighternator kind of egging on Kante to win this fight. He wants Kante to win. He doesn't want Trixie to win. Like, this is crazy. It's one of the maddest things. What a competitive scene we have. But he needs to be careful. He needs to mind his P's and Q's, Cyrus, and make sure he doesn't get caught overcommitting. Great performance so far, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like that, man. Trixie is an absolute master of range management. Nice. His ability to just slip out of the range of punches is impeccable. Oh my goodness. We are only approaching the halfway point of this fight, and these guys are leaving it all out there, Jay. This is an incredible setup. And look at Kante trying to answer back here, continuing to try and land combinations. He's trying to fight his way out of this reactive state he's found himself in. He's trying to lead the dance. It's whether or not Trixie can just stop him in his tracks, just like that, bro. Just like that.
Oh,
nice catch.
Yeah. But here's the thing. We want Trixie to win for the storyline, but I wouldn't be mad if Kante won. That would be a good upset.
Good fight as well. 100%. Kante has got all the ability in the world. Like, I was serious what Cyrus said earlier on. Like, he shows up in the bright lights, and you've seen that in his first fight. He's got all the ability. It's just Trixie looks like a different version of himself. There's slight bits of concern sometimes, Cyrus, but when he gets going, he's fluid, he's beautiful, and he's not mechanical. It's all flowy.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, if you know Trixie, it's the way that he fights. It's almost impossible to corner this man because he's not really thinking about next stages. He just reacts and acts in the moment. Or not even react, he just acts in the moment and he lets that shit fly. He believes in his ability, and so far it's given him massive amounts of success. And look at that!
Nice! Trixie! Going for the kill.
I thought he got elbowed into oblivion there. I can't believe it did little damage, but of course, Leon was compromised. 1:35 left in this round, Humble, and another couple of rocks on the side of the former champion, Swift Trixie. This is an incredible bout. Kante still dangerous. I don't know which way this is going to go, bro.
He doesn't have to overcommit though, Jay, right? You can just kind of pick him apart now. He's got like 6 minutes to work essentially with another round.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to overextend at all.
If he's safe right now, he's gonna put himself there. But you know what Trixie's like. That's not the guy Trixie is. He's gonna try and knock him out. It's gonna leave openings for Kante. So do not believe that it's over yet until Trixie puts him out cold. If he doesn't put him out cold, Kante's still dangerous no matter what, Jay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He just ate that. But I do agree with you. But, realistically, he can just pick him apart and he can get a finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, but I do kind of agree with what Humble's saying, though. Like, an injured lion is a dangerous lion, right? It's going to go full aggro. He's got nothing to lose at this stage. He's down. He's got to let it fly. And a beautiful front kick lands for him. Every time he lands on Trixie, he gets him within like a blinking range. Like every single kick, every single jab, it puts his head health within a blinking range momentarily. So it's just about being around the corner. I don't know what
No,
fuck is happening here?
No, don't do it.
Come on, nope.
Don't do it.
Bruh.
Honestly,
it's gonna time out, isn't it?
We need to mention it because we mentioned it last show. We'll mention it again. It's a perfect timing. EA servers at the moment are at the worst because obviously we're transitioning into a new game. So essentially, we're gonna have little things like this, but it evens itself out. And as you can see, we've had no problems so far, Cyrus, but we will sometimes.
Yeah, so it may come back. I mean, it's trying. It's
weird. It's just like, I don't know.
I've never actually seen this before, by the way. This is the weirdest it's ever been.
Yeah, like it's just like teasing us now.
Yeah. This is silly.
We might be okay. We're not okay.
Can't help. Fadnator in the chat can't help but feel that Webber has booted Kante offline. And look, it's back. It's back. The servers worked overtime. The hamsters got going in their wheels, and the server came back in full fruition. They start out the third and final round in what has been absolutely a sensational bout. He sits him down.
Nice work.
We're back where we left off.
Trixie trying to punch his tickets. Beautiful work from Kante. Gets the reversal. He's going to have to get going right now and do some serious damage on Trixie, who's off his back.
Lovely work.
He's 2 shots away.
As dangerous as Trixie is, Kante's also showcased that he can do it here too. Ground and pound.
Needs to get up. Trixie is living on thin ice, Jay.
No, he's on very thin ice, but Trixie's best attribute is his ability to survive.
Why did he get back up?
Oh my goodness!
Why did he get back up? Trixie!
Oh my god!
This is it. It's it. It's over.
There it is.
It's over. And you guys get the storyline y'all wanted.
Finally, right? Been waiting for this. Been waiting for this since fucking the other Grand Prix, Cyrus. This is literally the story of the entire primetime history. Trixie and Fadinator.
Yeah, in all seriousness, right? It makes for a better story for Trixie to win, but I didn't have any favorites into that one. Like, genuinely, I know that Kent is a really dangerous guy.
Yeah.
He's a man that's really put it out there time and time again for primetime MMA, and he had some real fantastic moments. But I said it in his first fight. I said it within the opening 30 seconds. I've called this guy's fights long enough now. I've had the pleasure to fight this guy enough when I had an Xbox to see that there has been major advancements made in what was already an almost impeccable game that he had. And, I feel like this man is in his prime. I feel like this is Trixie 2.0. In fact, it may be Trixie 4.0 at this stage, considering how long he's been competing. But he is at the height of his UFC 4 powers, and now he's going to be challenging for the belt next, up against the reigning champion, the man that's trying to beat his record, the man that's trying to take it all away, take everything he's been working for, Humble. And that is the current reigning champion, the absolute man himself, FSK Fadinator. Jesus, bro.
I cannot wait for that fight. I cannot wait for that fight, J-Dan. That is insane. Absolutely insane. He gets to stop him. He gets a chance to start that. Like, what more can you ask for as the previous pound for pound GOAT to stop a guy, to be given the chance in his last fight to try and take out the guy who's trying to beat your record? That is a great opportunity for Trixie. And let's see if he seizes it. But, J-Dan, we move to the other side of the bracket. Insane.
Okay, here we go. What are we starting with? What match is this?
Anime Expert versus Easy Work. Both of these guys, J-Dan, were incredibly impressive in their previous fights. And Cyrus picked both of these guys as underdogs. We've had a few underdogs in the previous Grand Prix, especially the PlayStation 1. If you haven't seen the PlayStation Grand Prix, guys, honestly, watch it after this. It is one of the greatest esports events we've ever done. It is the greatest esports event we've ever done. It is, Cyrus. I watched it again. It is insane. Yeah. Just one of the craziest things. And this one is living up to that. But we might have another up-and-coming competitor come and win the Grand Prix.
Time will tell, brother, and that time is absolutely now. Both of these guys have showcased to me personally, as I've called their fights over the time out here, Jay, that they have all of the skills and ability, the attributes to be mentioned in with the greats. But I feel like people have slept on them because they have not yet reached those lofty heights of the names of Fadinators, the Trixies of the world. They haven't been champion yet. So as a result, the community feels that they're untested, but that's why they're answering here in such a big way. It's their final opportunity to claim that glory, and they take it very seriously.
But we got another Leon Edwards versus Conor McGregor.
That's really weird.
I like that matchup. I can't lie.
You could pick anyone though. Like, you think Usman might be picked more. There's a few other characters, but like Conor McGregor is so overpowered. Like, he's so good. And Leon Edwards is a great one as well. It is a great matchup, J-Dan. You're correct. But we've seen a change in Twitch stance, and you've seen Leon Edwards fighting Orthodox, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit odd, right? A little bit odd, but
I don't know what his switch stance is. I actually don't know, which is sus on my part.
But I actually don't think it makes a difference in this game, to be quite honest with you, what the switch stance is. Like, I think that just alters how quickly you can switch the stance. I mean, outside of that, it seems to be very much the same. But we'll see, bro. We'll see.
It's supposed to have an effect on your power and other stuff, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Oh.
Getting wild out there, Easy Work is. That lead uppercut is something that Anime used in the first fight, and I feel like it's a really underutilized skill by a lot of people. That lead upper can cause problems, bro.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing: I have no problem with Leon fighting Orthodox because he has a high switch stance. If he didn't, I'd complain about it. But the fact that his switch stance is really high, he can do that.
Nice work to the body. Easy Work. You see him progressing, and Anime Expert staying on the outside. I think Anime Expert's landing the cleanest shots at the moment, but Conor McGregor and Easy Work are so dangerous. We've seen it in his last fight. He needed one opportunity. Let's remind ourselves, the combination he's landed was definitely KO of the night so far. It was fantastic, and he'll be looking to do it again and put his opponent out on the way down, J-Dan.
Yeah, and Leon's switch stance is a 99. It's a 99 too.
Jesus, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, that's the best you can get, basically.
Other than a clean 100, you know.
Francis, yeah, that's interesting. Leon Edwards becomes a much more interesting character because you can fight with him from both positions, and it takes away. It adds as well. If you know your southpaw, fighting southpaws, Cyrus, it really adds because of the. We talked about it. We talked about it a lot. Don't go about it too much, but the outside lead foot, you obviously have to step on the outside, constantly attack that leg and come down the middle with straight. It's going to help you a lot.
As somebody that really likes to switch stance personally, I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, it changes everything about the fight for your opponents. The distance that you're able to land on, the strikes that are available, the strikes that your opponent can throw, they're all completely different depending on the stance and how that matches up against your opponent's stance. And these guys obviously... Oh my goodness!
Oh, but his leg don't mean nothing. He still has hands.
Nice work from Anime Expert. Anime Expert's look really good. And he's looked disciplined, Jay. He's like really disciplined.
This is the Grand Prix. If you want to win, you have to be firing on all cylinders. You cannot make them silly mistakes like that, Humble.
This is like the pinnacle of the best players in the world. Like, people don't realize, like, go and get someone and bring them. Like, it doesn't work. They don't get here. Seriously, they don't get here.
Oh my goodness. No,
just don't
absolutely.
get here.
All right, like genuinely, bring anybody in. Bring anybody in. See if anybody gets a clean run. Like any.
Just become another person. They just become another guy. That's what happens, and then they leave, and it's just like this is honestly, I'm just being serious. It's just a cycle of like. Bring the best players here and see what happens. Like it's fantastic because they either come in and they add, or essentially this is what happens. Like.
There's something special here, bro. There's something special. These guys, they all absolutely rise to the occasion every single time they're out there. Names have been forged in the history books of Primetime MMA and the esporting platform of UFC 4. And going into 5, these guys are trying to write another book right here.
Easy
Beautiful.
work. That was a beautiful pull counter to the body.
Look
a lot of
at
people
that
don't do that. You can't pull a pull if they hit you to the body.
Beautiful. Oh, he's needed it again. He just pulled his punch easy work, and we talked about it earlier in that round. I felt like Anime Expert was doing incredible J time, and that one shot from easy work did so much freaking damage.
Yeah, but his leg is toast. That's that titanium shin bone. You cannot hit Connor legs. That's going to hurt you.
Absolutely.
Stamina though.
Easy work blocking. No, you're good, bro. Easy work. I mean, although he was having some issues from Anime Expert, I have to say, bro, easy work now with the stamina advantage, the Conor McGregor pick still in his traditional southpaw stance, the way he's working the legs, the checks, looking defensively sound. This is something else, bro. This is really something else.
We have a race right now, J-Dam. We've got a head and body race. Head and body race. Easy work really trying to work on the body, but he keeps getting caught in the head. And then I'm Expert constantly going to the head, keep peppering away, trying to get ahead, but the stamina battle, it's not too much right now, but it can be with a couple more body shots.
Yeah, especially if he do another pull counter to the body, that could really take away all of that, Humble.
Yeah, it could, and it's going to be easier as well for easy work to get his work off Cyrus as the fight goes on.
Yes,
if he's tired, that's what I meant, Edwards, but he's not at the moment. He's staying relatively high with his stamina.
Yeah, and now he's making the damage count as he gets a head health rock and a leg rock. It seems to have woken up easy work as he's really letting go those combinations. The highest of risk brings the highest of reward as he's trying to get himself back into this bout, Humble.
Beautiful work to get back into the bout. Beautiful body work, easy work is an absolute killer when he gets you hurt. J-Dime, it's all about that opportunity for him. He's brilliant in that moment.
Yeah, and I wanna say shout out to easy work just for stunning Leon to the body, because Leon has the highest body health in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, easy work, El Guapo, GG. This guy is going after that body. He is the butcher right now. Beautiful, beautiful work from this man. But as you mentioned earlier, Humble, he is somewhat compromised in certain areas, but it doesn't seem to be stopping him. The body work continues to add up.
This is a great fight. Both guys have had success. Easy work. Having some big moments in the fight, J-Dam, and he's really trying to put it all together and get himself to that next round. Great fight so far from both guys, both competitors.
Body.
So it's going. It's
Leon, I've never seen his body health that low in my life.
Is it 1-1? Is it 1-1?
I
don't know.
You know, it's hard to call up, but it might
I'm not sure. Whoever wins this round, I'm going to say takes the fight. That's all I'm thinking, because I'm sure Leon was doing really well in that first round. I am sure, J-Dan.
I'm not a judge, but this is If I'm Connor, I'm attacking that body. I'm throwing teeps. I'm making. Yeah, you keep going, Cyrus.
No, I was going to say, you're absolutely right. Just go first, man. You've got the stamina. Just don't let this guy throw. Break that block. Continue to pour on the pressure. It's what he's trying to do. But Anime gets head kicked.
It opens up. Beautiful work from Easy Work as he tries to finish his opponent. Does survive this Anime expert as he gets back to his feet. The fence is the only thing keeping him up right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, absolutely. He seems to have centered himself. Answers back with a little 1-2 head kick. Flying knee does not land as Anime tries to punish the body. Woo! These guys are centimeters away from getting those rocks.
Easy Work just needs to... Jay, we talked about it last fight, Trixie's ahead. Easy Work at this moment. He's done the work he needs to do to put himself in a great advantage. And he needs to capitalize right now.
Lovely.
Oh my god.
Every shot.
My god.
That was like the Eddie Alvarez knockout, and he lets him back up to give him some more. The punishment continues. Anime expert is getting punished for his sins, J-Dime.
Yeah, he's trying to actually kill him. I want to know what he did to deserve this.
Something demonic.
Oh my goodness. El Guapo strikes again. Easy Work, GG, brother.
Pow. My days. This guy's someone to be watched, man. Easy Work is... I've seen like the highlights when you watch, and I watch these people back, Cyrus, and I watch the wins and stuff like that. Some of the performances, you can see the development from the start to the finish. And he keeps getting better. And he's showing up to this Grand Prix.
Bro, has he? My hell, bro. That's been one hell of a performance so far from that man. He has come out here this evening absolutely swinging bombs, believing in himself. He talked the talk. He's now trying to walk the walk. And so far, so good. This man has not taken a step wrong.
Next fight. Oh, man. This is going to be insane.
Like, honestly, man, I don't know if my little old heart can keep up with all this action because these guys continue to turn it up and turn it out. I know that you are an absolute warrior out here, J-Dime, operating on 0-hour sleep, my man, and I can see that these fights continue to hype you through to the next one, brother, because if these fights were boring, I know that we'd all be sleeping.
Hey, listen to me. These fights is the only thing keeping me awake. I promise you.
He's got to bed as soon as this finishes, guys. It's tired Dime today, but he's worrying. I've seen Jay Dime go through some crazy shit for prime time. He's one of the crazy people I know. Honestly, if you guys knew some of the shit these guys do behind the scenes, you'd be thankful, and we're so thankful of everyone in this community, and to get rid of the lovey-dovey shit, Cyrus. We're about to go into an absolute war between BFAP Winter and KM Frosty, former teammates, bitter rivals. These two don't like each other, J-Dime.
This is what we've been waiting for. These storylines, former teammates, this bad blood, this bitter energy towards one another, and that makes for a war.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are actually ready to go apologize. There's a little issue with the graphic. Obviously, we'll get it updated next time round. But of course, as you can see, Easy Work GG will be advancing on and fighting the winner in the semi-finals of this next bout. And as you guys so beautifully said, these guys have a lot of bad blood between them. Former teammates. Winter was removed from the camp.
To be fair, right? I want to say this because I have to. Like I said, I look for all these fights. A lot of the times these underdogs are winning, right? Like 6-1 earlier on, that was a dominant performance. I believe it was from Hates Fran. Like there's so many people that look like they get better throughout the season. And Winter's got a goal here, J-Dime. He's got something he has to achieve. That is showing BFAP. They banked on the right guy. They've got a guy that's going to stay their top competitor, and he needs to beat Frosty in this fight.
Here we go. I don't like this matchup. I don't like Connor versus Usman.
Who fought? Explain why.
It depends who's using Usman, because Usman has that 5-star straight and a 5-star jab. We know Connor has everything Connor has, but he doesn't have good recovery, and he can't fucking wrestle.
He can't. So he's got two tools there that are going to help him. But the tools that do essentially it be in his favour is that he's fucking broken and cracked Cyrus, for one. The power comes through, and his animations is what keeps people. They know how to use him. People know how he's used to use his body type.
Absolutely. And look, coming into this one, Winter obviously having a point to prove. He's been training with the BFAP guys, and he's showing that he's built for ankle picking. He didn't, pick the ankle right there, but he did take that leg for a ride as he's now found himself in top control against Conor McGregor with over 3 minutes 50 left to go. Jesus Christ, J-Dime, this is not where you want to be when you're Conor McGregor, especially in the first round, especially when there's been a lot of bad blood, especially when this guy's shitting on you and your camp. I mean, this is craziness, and he's going to fight his way out of it now.
Yeah, and that's a good deny by Conor, and wait to get up because you do not want to be there. If I'm Conor, I'm trying to put hands on Kamaru Usman because that's the one thing you can do.
Yeah, Jay, you need to get ahead. You need to go forward first and obviously get some points on the board because at the moment you're behind. We know you're behind because you're take down and hit a bit. And it looks like he's evening out the fight quite nicely, Jay. Oh, not again.
No, don't do this
Connection
to us.
gods.
Don't do this.
Connection gods. Everybody in the chat pray to those connection gods because, they just like to essentially they're giving us the bad server due. That's all I'm saying. Cyrus, they're giving us that juju that's not good.
Just weird though, right? From what I hear, it hasn't been a problem on Xbox, and last time it was PlayStation, and I recently loaded up last night, and there was no problems last night. So like PlayStation seems to be back, and now it seems to be Xbox. So I do think it's UFC 5 and the fact that they're testing out for their servers right now. But just like the last time, it is, bro. But just like the last time, I think it'll probably snap back into play in a couple of seconds, or so we should hope.
These guys as well, just like even though they don't like each other, I'd have been all over him if I was winner. Just saying,
bro, he wouldn't have had an opportunity to be all over him right here. You know what I mean? He didn't have an opportunity. Like,
did they start a game? What do they do here?
They're gonna
so
try
just wait it out. Okay, it's going slow, so you're not wasting much time. So let's give it another 20 seconds.
Time is frozen. Time is frozen. There you go.
Okay.
Back to reality. EA's let you compete.
That never happened. All right, we're good.
Somewhere I go for a toilet break. That's what it was, Cyrus. Nice work right there. You gotta go. You gotta go. It could throw you off though, right? We gotta talk about it. The timing. Like, timing is key in this game, and stuff like that can really throw you. It throws me off, Jay. I get really annoyed when I've got my timing right, and then it just fucking throws you off.
Yeah, because timing is everything, and that can ruin your timing, ruin your rhythm, and it tests your patience too. Because why is this happening?
Yeah. Why? Exactly right, bro. Why? Like, and it does, man. Because like when you're trying to set everything up about momentum, timing, and everything like that, you know, it really takes you out of your element. But also, I mean, look, it's about how great are they? Can they rise above all obstacles placed in their way? It seems so as these guys approach the final 1 minute of this first round. Winter continuing to press the action, and yeah, I mean, he's getting some good results right now, Humble.
Yeah, beautiful boxing from Winter. I've really liked what I've seen on the inside. He's doing really well with that lead hand. If it's going to the body, or then with a hook and then coming back up or an uppercut, he's really landed it. Nice little left hook, check hook right there. He's putting it on him. Frosty needs to deal with that. And he's probably going to have to utilise his kicks, essentially, to keep him off him. But I like that Winter's winning those boxing exchanges, J-Dime.
Okay, don't give him the axe kick again. I don't care if Kamaru Usman threw it. It does not look right.
They're giving everyone like a spinning back fist after a kick miss. They're all getting it, Cyrus. Everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's gonna be funny. Everyone's becoming helicopters in the next game. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna be crazy.
We shall see, bro. We shall see. Big leg miss kick from Frosty MMA there. That's not good, man. That shows frustration for me, Jay. The fact that he didn't have the first round that he wanted. And now he's getting pressed. Winter looks like a man on a mission.
Beef up Winter, trying to put him out. His teammate, Jerry, his former team out, the bit of rival. He's trying to take him out and doing it in impressive fashion so far.
Hey, if Frosty loses this, he's going to fight him in a parking lot. He's going to fight him in a parking lot.
Death kick. Nice work really like the work from Winter at the moment. He's in control of this fight. Frosty needs to get some respect back, Jay.
Man, this is tough when you're Conor. But Conor does have the power to put your lights out. No matter what you say, Conor can always throw that left hand.
Yeah, he's one rock away from an evener, Cyrus, one rock from essentially putting this back to question marks. And that's why he's so dangerous, and that's why people pick him. And Winner needs to believe in his ability. He gets dropped down again. Really needs to change the fight over. Nice body kick from him. Winter,
my God, bro.
No respect at all.
That's it. That's donezo.
It's over.
Yeah, beautiful.
He has won the war. He has won it.
Yeah.
Redemption for Winter as he proves to B-Flap that they made the right pick. He was upset with getting kicked from KM, and he had his choice words to say, but manages to get 2 wins against 2 KM guys. I don't care if the other guy didn't show up. If you don't show up, you lose the fight. You forfeit.
That's
forfeit. Yeah, it's even worse than losing. You didn't even show. You didn't turn up to the fight. You know, it's crazy. And then the other guy turns up and then he does that. That's an amazing performance with a very different sort of winter that we've seen today, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Different winter.
Absolutely, bro. Like I feel like this man is more kind of like refocused than we've ever seen him in the past. He is, you know, like not shying away from any part of his game, which I'm really, really, appreciating. I feel like a lot of people out there can, really kind of get sucked into trying to fight to other people's styles, trying to fight to other people's, tempos and the like. And he's obviously a man that, has his own style. He wants to add to that. He doesn't want to kind of reinvent himself, and he continues to do the right thing. He continues to put himself ahead in bigger and better ways. And for my money, like I said, there was a couple of dark horses going into this one for me. It was Easy Work, it was Hayes Fran, it was Winter, and so far these guys all are advancing to next stages for the most part, and I look forward to seeing what happens next. But you know what goddamn time it is, my guys. You know what time it is.
Here we go. God, you gotta do it, Cyrus. This is crazy.
It's history, brother. It is.
He's on a journey through land and space, so this is insane.
Yes, sir. If you guys do not know, these guys have been competing against each other since UFC 3. And across the absolute years of competition between these two competitors, they have matched up so many goddamn times. And right now, in a competition setting, Trixie holds the title of pound-for-pound GOAT in this entire promotion. He is up on Fadinator in terms of their performances within Primetime MMA, and he believes, as you heard on the promo that Humble put together for us, of course, that he believes that he is here to win the entire thing. We've seen him hit that 2.0 setting out here, J-Dime. We've seen him take it to that next level, but now he's going up against the man in the moment, Humble, the guy that is claiming so many souls inside this cage, FSK Fadinator, who with this W, I believe, breaks his record, or he might need to win the next one as well, but he is knocking at the goddamn door for that shit.
Okay, I have a quote here. Hold on. I have a quote. So Swaggy said, spaceship has to crash into Fad's bedroom if Trixie won a shot. Fadinator said, it already crashed. It didn't harm me. I'm invincible.
Love it, bro.
Yeah, he's like I mentioned earlier on, like, let me go back a bit. So Trixie and Fadinator, like, I remember we've done this so many times, so it's weird saying it. So Trixie and Fadinator, every time Trixie beat Fadinator, he kicked his legs. He kicked the shit out of his legs. So it'll be interesting to see if he goes back to that. And it's just, I feel like Fadinator is 2.0 Fadinator. He's not normal Fadinator. He's 2.0. And Trixie's 3.0, Cyrus. We got some 2.0s, some 3.0. Some people that are well improved is what I'm saying. This is the best fight that we could possibly get in this Grand Prix. And usually, like, we're used to seeing this as a final. Do you know what I don't know? One question I don't know. How many Grand Prix has Fadinator won in a row? Because I do not know, but I'm sure it's a couple.
Yeah, I think he's on 2. I think it's 2, but...
So this could be 3. This could be 3.
Could be 3, bro. And like I said, if he wins this one, he's set in a number of records, but there's no better man to put him through the testing grounds than the only guy that's left up on him in a competitive sense. And I'm just going to add in 2 more little sprinkles of madness for everybody, from us in the commentary booth to the guys in the back and all of the supporters watching around the world. Not only do these guys have a long, deep and rich history of competition in or amongst each other, they have gone back and forth over the years. They now get to do it in the semi-finals of the Xbox Grand Prix. The winner of this is likely to be favoured by the supporters as the winner of the entire thing, although they do have some dark horses looking to challenge across the way. But there is no holds barred, and these guys mix it up everywhere. There's no holds barred. These guys are fighting in goddamn heavyweight, my man. And as we move to the semi-final, we are in heavyweight.
This is the first time we've ever seen. We've watched them at light heavyweight. We've watched them at light heavyweight, and we've seen DC. I think it was versus John Jones or something like that, and it was insane. But this is Steve Pitt versus Cormier, one of the greatest heavyweight.
I didn't expect this.
Oh, this is such a good fight. Here we go. Let's go, because it's going to slow down. What I love about it is challenging these guys You fought in every weight class, like the low weight classes 10 times. Let's mix it up. Let's go heavyweight. We didn't pick this either, J-Time. This is just freaking random as fuck. Yeah, it's freaking random as fuck. You're seed based. It's all seed based, and then the heavyweight. We had some great fights there. We had one of the best fights in heavyweight between Ginger and Robin last week that I've ever seen, Cyrus. So this is going to be interesting.
Absolutely, and they did not waste any time at all, J-Time, meeting in the center of the cage, letting those big boys throw their hands early, my man, early.
Heavyweight?
Heavyweight, bro. Madness, I know. Like I said, it was fated. It was fated. The heavyweight's known as the baddest motherfucker on the planet, right? And the winner of this...
Not on UFC 4,
but... you know what? You do just spit straight facts all day, every day, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But nevertheless, there's two better guys. The winner of this will likely go down as the BMF of all BMFs. If this is the last real hurdle for him. If he stops him here, he stops the guy beating his record. He goes down as the UFC 4 GOAT, does Trixie. There's nothing more at stake. He gets an opportunity to get the gold, to beat an old foe, to stop that record.
Oh, man.
And I mean, you can see the motivation here. These guys, and the respect from Fat Nate. I know he says that the competition isn't there, but you can tell that he respects this man right here, the way he's approaching it. I mean, Jay, it's a little bit slower, right? It's a little bit more tentative. He's taking his time trying to work those angles.
Yeah, and Stipe has really good boxing too. Oh, Stipe is engaging on the wrestling right now.
Beautiful work. Takes him down the ground. I'm going to slow this down for you guys right now because this is nice. Cyrus, this is a nice slow fight. I'm enjoying this a bit too much. I want to talk too much. I want to watch this fight. The teeps from Fadineta have been really the key so far. And then you've seen Trixie going to the body a lot, trying to close the distance without getting hurt too much. He's took a lot of teeps and he's realised the jab to the body's also hurting him. But now and then Fadineta just explodes and he looks incredible. Yeah. What I know about Fadineta and what I know about Daniel Cormier, I don't like Cormier's body health in this. So it's a great idea for Trixie to go to the body early in this fight and try and equalize it. It's a 5-round fight.
Yeah, he's been using that Stipe mentality, bro. He's using that straight lead hook to the body. He's ripped it 3 or 4 times at the moment, Jay, and it's had a lot of success. And like you say, that midsection of DC, a little bit soft, bro. A little bit soft.
Yeah, the core's always been soft. You don't even have to punch him and know that. You can look at him and tell.
Yeah. This guy's a welterweight on a diet, Like, if he genuinely, bro. But yeah, he's trying to force it. Obviously, he's in the hands of the current reigning champion, FSK Fadinator. Remembering now, guys, for everybody watching at home, if you're just joining us, this is a tile fight. These guys do have 5 rounds to work, but they are big hitters. I don't know if they're going to need it, Humble. My goodness.
Fadineta really trying to accelerate at the end of the round. Trixie trying to get some dominance, gets it back to the fence. Doesn't want to waste too much stamina in this and leave himself at a deficit in the next round. Goes back to the body, out of range for a TJ time. And this is a very fucking good first round that we've seen from both competitors. Oh man, honestly, I can't take this shit. Everybody in chat's the same. This is intense. It's nerve-wracking. The storylines we tell me anybody that does this shit, that builds these guys up, because these are the competitors and these are the fights that we need. Full-on storylines over consoles, Cyrus, over consoles.
Yeah, look, we are absolutely committed to telling the stories of you, the competitors, for the viewing pleasure of everybody involved. And right now, this storyline we couldn't have scripted it better.
Crazy. Crazy.
Real life is the best thing ever, brother. And I'm telling you, this shit was fated over the years. The bouts that have got him to this point, coming into this one, Fadinator has looked untouchable. He's looked like he's immortal. And, Trixie won the first round. It's the first round that Fadinator's lost in I don't know how long.
I don't even know. I thought Trixie won. I thought Fadinator won the first round.
No, he didn't win that first.
I'm so I don't know. I'm so captivated by the fight. I'm just interested to see what tools that both guys are going with. I'm really like Trixie at the start of this round. Fadinator brings it on at the end of the round, J-Time, and I'm looking for that again. He gets himself comfortable, but goes to the clinch, and he had success there, especially with that uppercut.
This is scary to me. This is very intense. Oh my god!
First shot in there as he chases Trixie down. Needs to be careful. Trixie goes. This is dangerous right now. Gets against the fence.
Oh, he stunned Trixie in the second round. In Trixie's historical best round.
Yeah. Oh my god, he gets it back!
Oh shit! Trixie 4-piece combo on the block, one bleeding through. Trixie Swifts trying to finish the fight, and look at this false pressure. They look like they're broke right now.
He was like, nah, you're throwing, bro. You're throwing. You're gonna open up. That's the thing about Trixie, man. He believes in it, right? He knows the striking realm so goddamn well. He was like, he's gonna force him to go first and counter it. Ah, brother. So, on the edge of your action on the head health again.
Oh my god, was that head look like knee to the body?
It was, yeah.
The clinch is so dangerous for these two. It's like the real fight when they got knocked out in the clinch, and I'm breaking my voice, and I'm also a 30-year-old man, Cyrus. So essentially, I'm 30 plus, should I say, old man, and you know, it's my voice is breaking from these guys.
I tell you, it's the emotional strain that calling this action can put on you when you know these competitors, when you know the stakes on the line, and what has been an absolute gauntlet of fire for these guys to go through to make it to just this position, and now they're fighting with those big hitter heavyweights, and they're leaving it all out there, Jay.
Yeah, this is the single most important fight in PT history. Like, it's so nerve-wracking. This is so intense. Like, I'm scared watching this, Humble.
Yeah, I think the team from either guy is going to be massive as they both trying to kind of surround it. Like some other, I've seen Fadnet switch it up, similar to the last fight he had. He's starting to press. I don't know if you noticed this, Cyrus, straight away. He's on the front foot. He was earlier in that round. He stuck to him like glue.
Oh my god!
It might not be pain.
The thing is, he's at a head health deficit and a stamina deficit, and where many guys, right, J-Time Humble, you know this as well as I do. Trixie is so veteran savvy. He's been there. There's nobody with better accolades than this man. So where many people will get overzealous, where many people will overextend, Trixie isn't that man, and it's on Fadinator now to truly showcase that he's the best, because he's gonna have to force Trixie into a mistake. Trixie ain't giving him shit.
Oh my god, this is insane. This is an insane fight. Trixie definitely won that second round. So far, this is everything that we thought it was going to be. Third round, we're halfway through the fight. You guys at home, I hope you're enjoying it. Fadinator pressing the action, uppercuts galore. He nearly gets Trixie out of there, but Trixie survives. Great spear! The Dirty Dave comes out of Trixie.
Yeah,
in UFC 4 format.
Channeling his inner Dirty Dave right there as he goes for the spear. Now in half guard, working those bunny shots, doing a cumulative head health damage, getting side control with ease. Crucifix, top mount, and Neon Belly all available. This man will look to cause damage from these spots. If you know the BFAT boys, they absolutely live in this position, Jay. This is where they want to be. Oh my god.
He's in trouble. He's in real trouble right now, J-Time. He's going to take 3 or 4 shots to absolutely destroy his head health.
He may take these shots, but he may have to take a few. Just let his stamina get back.
We forgot about the dirtiness that's allowed as well, Cyrus. We forgot about all the crap that you're allowed now to do.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to even need to do that dirty shit. He's got him, bro. This might be dead to rights. No stamina. Unless he gets an arm trap. He's
trying to stop him. Oh my god. He can spam it. He can. He's allowed. Like, it's crazy. He's going to try. He's got 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
He's going to use to survive.
Trixie's just going to keep hitting him. He's just going to... Because when they get back to the V, he's at such an advantage, even if he doesn't finish him right now.
Oh my gosh. There's no... No, this is...
Trixie, Cyrus. Bro, he's doing it.
Look, I don't want to call it yet. I'm going to hold my breath, and I'm going to call it in a minute if he gets the job done.
He's over. One more shot. Ready?
Oh, he gets the arm trap. The most vital arm trap in history.
Mate, look at his head health. Look at Fadinator's head health. If he does this right now, it's like doing it on 0.1% on Mortal Kombat. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
He needs to survive. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds before it goes back to a neutral position. Fadinator is defending his spot as the GOAT of the Xbox division.
Oh my god.
And Trixie says, no, remember me, Cyrus.
Yeah. And he didn't even want to get this by RNC. He's going to go ground and pound for the finish. Oh, little bit of mouth bubble right there. Keeps him in it, but not by much. Not by much, bro.
43 seconds left. He might have done it. Might have survived. Look at this overreaction from Fad.
Oh my god.
Mate, this is crazy.
We got the ever mighty swaggy Dr. Kush and Swaggy in the and Roger in the chat. Sorry, absolutely loving this bout.
He said someone say bubble, he's allowed.
Yeah, he's allowed.
Nothing's to survive with all your might is basically key right now. And he does it. He does it. He's now got 5 minutes to try and come back at this fight. It is. Look at that. That's crazy.
This would have to be the craziest uphill battle because right now, realistically, Trixie should be able to end this.
Yeah.
Imagine he does it. Imagine
his
he comes
throne.
back. What's he gonna do? That is the question. Because everything he's done so far, especially the adjustments he's made, haven't worked against Trixie.
This might be it.
Over.
The goal of primetime is decided right now.
It's
And
over.
Trixie.
It's over. It's in this fight.
I can't believe this. This is insane.
My goodness.
Oh!
No. Funny. Oh, this guy can't. No, he can't. There's no way, Jay. Oh my days. You guys need to stop it. People are saying we're scripted because you lot. This is insane, Cyrus. Get your popcorn. It's primetime MMA, baby.
Yes, sir. If you're new to primetime MMA and wonder why there is so much love that goes on around this promotion and every one of these fights, this is it right here. The rivalries that get made, the competition that we get to witness on a weekly basis. FSK Fadinator trying to stay in this one, but Trixie trying to show that he's still the GOAT, brother.
This is our basically trailer. This entire fight and the build up to this fight is our trailer. The UFC 5. This is one of the craziest rivalries of all time.
Your
Trixie.
hands in the way, but I couldn't see the armbar anyway.
Man, I'm sorry. I'll move out of the way next time. Might have stopped it, and he's going grappling. It's over. It's over. It's over.
The GOAT.
Trixie has reclaimed the throne. He has reclaimed it.
He hasn't won it yet. That's the crazy thing. He's going to defend it.
Bro, no matter what, this man now goes down as the absolute GOAT. The GOAT. That's the man right there, brother. That's the man right there.
Say some nice things about Trixie, because that I can't speak. Trixie's got me speechless.
Bro,
Trixie
honestly,
got me speechless. I didn't believe you were gonna do it with all my heart. I would tell you right now, I'd have bet my entire house. If there was bookies right now and Primetime MMA was part of a bookmaker, I would have bet my house on Fadinator the way he's been. And Fadinator, that's a credit to you, sir. You've been incredible, absolutely incredible. One of the best ones I've ever seen. But give this man a bow. Swift Trixie does it, Cyrus.
Absolutely.
In a fashion that is incredible.
Look, if this fight right here doesn't go down on every single one of your lists as the best esporting moment of UFC 4, then I don't know where you've been, brother. This was the craziest back and forth rivalry that these guys have ever had. The champion, or the former champion now, FSK Fadinator, was knocking at the goddamn door to get himself that role, to get himself known as the UFC 4 GOAT. Not on Trixie's watch, brother. Everybody was counting out the competition leading up to this one. You saw it in the promo, you saw it in the chats, you saw it on every single platform around. People were counting out everybody going up against Fadinator, and honestly, almost rightly so. Honestly, almost rightly so, man, because Fadinator has been an absolute G out here. He has dominated the competition week in, week out. But when the lights were brightest, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. It couldn't have happened to a better champion. BFAP Trixie goes through the gauntlet. He finds a way to evolve his game once again. When you thought it wasn't possible, when you thought that this man had already showed you everything that he had to offer, he had people in the chat leading up to his fights counting him out, saying that Trixie is washed. And now he says, washed? Bro, like, honestly, watch him now, brother. Watch him now. He hasn't won the entire thing, but that is perceivably his biggest obstacle out of the way. Humble, brother. I'm fucking blown away by that fight. The best fight in history.
Best rivalry. I don't, because you can't say that. That was one of the crazy fights because the amount of emotion that was in it and what was involved in it, right? That is why it was such a good fight. Now, these guys have had 4 or 5 of the best fights that we've ever seen, and 3 or 4 of them were fights of the year or fights of each season that they've been in. So these two guys have given us so much. Honestly, for the time I've worked in primetime as as a promotion that's kind of gone from it's done this to this, we've just constantly grew. It's because of these guys. It's because of the Fadinators and the Trixies. Honestly, I hope Fadinator walks around with his head fucking high, because that guy for UFC 5, and we know it's going to be similar now as well. We know it's going to be similar, so all you guys that are competing, there's going to be some new shit, but it's going to be similar, which they've told us. All these guys are going to be at the top of their divisions, and when we come back for UFC 5, and obviously the next bit of season as well, they've got some work to do, because they can show us that just the heights they can achieve here, damn, it's insane. That was insane. That was incredible.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we only have BFAP left in this tournament.
Is that true? Is that actually true?
It is
Fuck
true.
me, what a win. What a win for BFAP.
Straight up, BFAP, right? They started out as one of the most dominant forces on the Xbox division, and they are closing out UFC 4 when many people were starting to count them out, back on top. BFAP Trixie secures himself a spot in the finale, in the finals, as the champion, as your Xbox GOAT, putting everything on the line up against one of his newly crowned teammates. Two of the dark horses that we highlighted from the get-go. And we're going to get into this one right now, Humble. It is going to be between Easy Work, G El Guapo himself, going up against Winter, a man that's been on a mission so far here this evening, who was able to prove himself in that last bout massively, and now has to go up against a newly signed teammate in the heavyweight division, in the semi-goddamn finals, with all of the marbles on the line.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit crazy because all these guys know each other now. Like, they must have played against each other a bit and obviously been around each other a lot. They've pushed each other to this position, essentially. They've all helped each other kind of get to this position. And now they're going to go out there and try and take each other's head off. It's all, for me, J-Dime, this is the way I'm looking at this from a teammate's perspective. It's all about deception. It's all about getting one over on your teammate and showing them something they haven't seen. And essentially, you kind of know how the sparring goes, you know what you're good at, but you do pull some punches in there, you might not jump sometimes, etc. It's about being ruthless in every opportunity. What we've seen from Easy Work so far is that in certain positions, when you're hurting him, when you think you've got him done, he has the ability to pull a combination out of his arse that will put you on the floor and essentially knock your lights out, so you've got to be very careful with that.
Yeah, and we got a word from Zayaf in the back that Winter and Easy Work both joined BFAP today. So that's crazy.
Christ.
Their first day in the camp, they got to fight each other in the Grand Prix.
Impressive, man. Impressive what they've done.
Yeah, I mean, it shows the BFAP are keeping their eye on the community as a whole, signing amazing new talent and continuing to develop them. I mean, what was KM's loss with Winter not being in there anymore is obviously now BFAP's gain, and he's going up against Easy Work, who, like I said, for my money, brother, Easy Work has been just honestly insane. He's been insane over the last couple of weeks, and especially in this Grand Prix so far. He's looked absolutely phenomenal. He gets a takedown, and what a smart way to approach it, Jay. You're going up against Cyril Gahn. This man will move like a lightweight, kick you and hit you like a heavyweight. So take that away from him early. Utilize Stipe's skill set. Beautiful move from Easy Work.
I wasn't expecting it though, Jay. I was not expecting Easy Work because every person he's fought so far he's fought on the feet, so I wasn't expecting that sort of game plan. And this is where I expected it to be, right here.
Yeah, and here's the thing about all of that. That's smart. Cyril Gahn don't have a clue what to do when you put him on the ground.
He don't, bro. He doesn't at all. Oh, lovely work.
Oh, he doesn't get it. He landed that. Remember that last round, the body uppercut that you talked about. That when he pulls it and goes to the, but yeah, he really hurts his opponents when he goes to that body when they pull back.
Love it, bro. These guys, as tactical as they come, as game as they come, always looking to land mass amounts of damage. Just incredible mentalities between these two competitors, and considering how late we are in the gaming, or in this title right now, these guys have showcased that they are still developing, still reaching that upper echelon, and the time might be now, bro. Right. You can see, look at the way that Easy Work sets up all of these shots. It's a little unorthodox, but it's silky. It's silky out there, Jay.
Yeah, it's silky smooth, and I actually love this fight a lot.
Yeah, it's going to heat up. It's like the guys have just built the way up that side of the bracket. Can I ask you a question, Cyrus? You would have thought that Easy Work and Winter potentially might be fighting Trixie for the belt in the next round. That's just mad to me. Like, when we talk about these Grand Prix and the outcomes, that you've got it in your mind one way. Even the promo was saying that. And that was everyone's opinion. I try to get as many opinions as I can going into that.
When I saw Trixie compete in that first round, especially, I knew he was on the card for a potential W, brother. And I just have to point this out. I know these guys are fighting right now, but as they approach the final 30 seconds, Trixie was in the chat saying, "Look, couldn't let that guy take my GOAT status." You feel me? And I do feel you, bro. I knew it. He takes that shit seriously. He worked hard for that. And yeah.
It's a like thing that we give you in Discord where it's your own thing. Like, no one has it apart from Trixie. People don't realize this. Yeah. We have a massive server. We got a couple of thousand people in there. Where Sorry, guys, we were supposed to be focused on you. We apologize.
No, they only had 30 seconds, but my God, did he turn it up in that final 30 seconds. Look, moving on into the second round of your right-hand side of the bracket, this is your semi-finals. The winner determines who will be fighting their teammate or their newly crowned teammate in BFAP Trixie. These guys taking this very seriously. Easy work, GG, a little bit ahead on my judges' scorecards, at least out here. But Winter trying to answer back in a big way out here, J-Dime, using those 1-2s very, very effectively and mixing in some nice little sneaky kicks when he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, and the head kick he landed at the end of the round stole a close round.
I'll never forgive UFC EA Sports for making Miocic look like he throws kicks like Ronda Rousey. Like, some of those kicks that he throws look so sort of laboured. You see them coming from a mile off. He throws kicks so much better than that, Cyrus. I just like to see the animations kind of reflected sometimes. Miocic can kick well. He's a very good kickboxer. He used to use that, have the Croatian sort of shorts, and Crow Cop was his kind of his main guy watching stuff. So I'd love to see that back.
Absolutely. Oh, nice body work from Winter, man. Jesus, it's normally easy work going to the body, but it looks like Winter has recognized he's a little bit behind in the stamina department, wants to equalize it out by attacking the base of this massive tree he has ahead of him in Stipe Miocic. Lovely work. Sneaky little knees being thrown in there as well, Jay. And I have to say, he's blocked that lead hook, that lead body hook of Stipe consistently. And I feel like that's the only reason it's keeping him in this fight right now.
Oh my God, beautiful uppercut. Oh, I think he need to keep his composure once he stunned him.
And Winter's really impressing me. I think like Winter's really improved. I can see.
Yeah.
I was really keen on Winter, like when we started doing like you get into the belt and he was talking about certain things. Some of the things he was saying was really impressing me. He was talking about his teammates in KM at the time. He was telling his attributes that he'd learned from each of them and why that it was helping him. And obviously, I know for a fact he's doing that with BFAP. And those guys just look at the guys they've got at the moment. He's fighting one of them, and then Trixie as well. And Dirty Dave and all the other guys, he's just going to be growing and growing, Cyrus, and you can tell he's that type of character.
Yeah, exactly right, man. I mean, like, Winter, has continually showed his development in the game. He's obviously a sponge of knowledge. I mean, right now, he's having his back pressed up against the cage. He is doing some right stuff. He's got a slight bit of an advantage when it comes to overall head health, but it's like, Easy Work is pressing it in a bit of a different way. He just feels a little bit more composed to me, Jay. I don't know if you get that same feeling.
Yeah, and here's the thing about my goodness. I was about to say about Winter when you was talking about he's a sponge. If you want to be great, you have to be that. You got to always ask questions, always be willing to get better because you don't know it all, no matter how good you are.
Exactly that. And Easy Work's got to do something right now. Easy Work's got to come back in the fight. Winter's been dominant in this round. He's really picking his opponent apart. He's trying to get him out of there. Essentially, Easy Work, we've seen him before. We talked about the start of the fight. He has those in his back pocket where he can really hurt his opponent. But Winter not giving him that moment, Cyrus. Is not giving him that sort of chance to do that.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Impeccable. We have Reaper in the chat saying 2018 to Winter. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you? I
agree. I agree. Yeah.
It's always hard to judge it. I did think that Easy Work got the first round, but yeah, potentially 2 up for Winter, potentially 1-1.
Easy Work didn't get the first round. No. Because he landed.
I thought Winter got it, but yeah.
Yeah, because he landed the head kick at the end.
Oh, at the very end, brother. Sorry, at the very end.
But you do know, like, for a question mark in our heads, we don't actually know who's winning this fight. So either guys, I wouldn't want to settle for a decision if I'm either guy, because if you lose a decision, Cyrus, it's worse than a KO for me.
Oh my goodness. You gotta remember, this is heavyweight as well. It doesn't take too many.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
If there was any question marks before Humble, there isn't any more. Winter is definitely starting to run away in this fight with a big moment in this third round. You said it many moons ago. The third round, often the most important, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And he's trying to stamp his mark on that. He's really trying to get Easy Work out there. He's got to be careful with his stamina, but they've done quite well to conserve it, J-Dime. The damage, though. The damage.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Stipe is close to done. It's time to retire. It's time to go back to fighting fire. It's just looking bad.
Jesus,
wow.
Man.
Fucking hell,
block
man. This
gone,
is crazy.
head health gone. As intense as it ever gets. Do not blink when it's the heavyweight division. Do not blink when it's prime time period. Finishes always on the line. 2 minutes 40. 5 left to go.
body shot. He needs to be careful of that uppercut. Great work from Winter. I'm seeing the best Winter I've ever seen. This is a difficult Winter. This is a really difficult Winter to fight right now. He's doing everything. He's doing everything, Jam. I'm seeing a bit of everything in there.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx him, but Winter is looking unstoppable right now.
Defense as well, Cyrus. Like, defense is so important. He's been defensively sound throughout this entire competition so far. He's probably been the guy that hasn't took, big rocks and stuff like that. He's dominated most of the rounds he's been in, and he's really round winning.
Beautiful right hand land, sits him down. The greatest equalizer in the game is that right hand right there. Continues to attack the body with it as well. Oh my god, the timing from it, man.
Hey.
Winter looking so clean.
It's work. I feel like there was a mistake a second ago, J. Diamond, if you've seen it, but he didn't jump. I know why he didn't jump. I hope it's not a teammate thing, because if you give your opponent it and he jumps, fair enough. You're not your teammates right now, your enemies.
Bro, they're teammates from one day. They ain't holding shit back from each other, I promise you
He
that.
just didn't want to jump.
He just didn't wanna
But sometimes you want to make a good impression, you know what I mean? Like, I hope it's none of that. Like, they're in a new camp, fucking kill each other. That's the way I see it. I don't know.
Look, their name is built around grappling, BFAP in it, so I don't think they mind, bro. They continue onwards. I think it may just been respect.
How
And
many
maybe the
uppercuts
picks.
he's going to throw? He keeps
Precision.
starting with that uppercut.
Oh, he caught me in the knee.
The knee.
No, he didn't jump. He didn't jump again. Nice work, though.
He's trying to punish him. That's what it is.
He needs to finish, man. I don't like it when teammates do this, because I'd be pissed.
I know
Let
how
me say
hate
what
this.
that is. Hey, watching the decision. Just tell me who wins.
Yeah.
There was 5 seconds. I ain't mad at that. That was a good fight.
The teammates, man. I know BFAP.
Humble hate stuff like
if
this.
that's Swaggy in me, I'm pulling him around the ring by his hair, Cyrus. That's all I'm saying. Like, ask him. If me and Swaggy compete against him, I'm dragging him around the ring.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, very, very fun one. I think it's going to be hard to give this one anywhere than Winter, but we now go to the judges' scorecards, and it reads 30-26.
It's got to be Winter. Yeah, it's got to be Winter. 30-26 is nobody else but Winter.
Yeah,
who's moving to the finals, Cyrus.
Absolutely. Beautiful freaking fight right there. Another man punches his way into the finals. J Dime, Mr. Humbledink. It has been an emotional ride so far, and you know what? We have one more to go, my man. We have
I'm
it.
like burnt out. Like, it's crazy. Like, we need the energy's coming back up in a second. We have 2 teammates fighting Cyrus, but this has been an emotional roller coaster from start to finish. Jesus.
Like I said, man, you couldn't, like, even if we wanted to script these things, you couldn't script.
Someone said it
better
last week,
than this.
right?
Yeah, some idiots.
Some dude came in and went, prime time is scripted. Damn, we've got such good events.
Listen, it's a W script. If it's
so good.
It's a great one.
So good, yeah.
Whoever's writing the script is doing a
Can you imagine,
damn
like,
job.
scripting prime time? Like, yeah, throw this shot. Imagine, like, we had time to go into the fight and be like, yeah, don't worry, guys, this is how it works. Like, fuck me. Can you imagine, like, promo? I don't know. It's like, it's one of the craziest. It's a compliment in assets. I said in the chat, it's a compliment. Because it's like, almost like a movie. We don't see it, and we expect it to continue because the competitors that we have, essentially the competitors we have, make prime time, where we are fully understandable that we do have to behind the scenes work. We wouldn't be able to do it without these guys competing and showing up and doing stuff. And when they get on the mic and they talk shit and they do stuff, sorry, it adds to the value, and I love it. It's just great.
Yeah,
like, crazy.
You know, as we continue to commit to trying to tell the stories of these competitors, showcase what makes them tick, what makes them unique. These guys continue to level up their games. It's a new space. People are feeling more and more comfortable behind that microphone, and I look forward to seeing what UFC 5 and, of course, the rest of this final season of UFC 4 has to offer. And there's no better way to start that off than the final of the goddamn Grand Prix between the one and only, your pound-for-pound GOAT in UFC 4 history, the man that holds all the records in BFAP Trixie, getting it back over his old foe in the last one. And now we got to make sure that he's not spent out here, J-Dime, because he's going up against one of the most dangerous up-and-coming threats known on the Xbox division in Winter. A man clearly focused, a man that clearly has done all of his homework here this evening and has been pushing it forward round after round, second after second, and so far has not taken a step wrong.
I'm just going to go on to it, Jay, and say, before I even forget, the final today, the betting lines are now open. Put your bets on. Support who you want in this fight. This is a mental one. Can Trixie do it? Can Trixie do it and end as the UFC goes? Imagine he goes undefeated in this last season, Cyrus. Like, there's some crazy shit that can happen, but he needs to do it right now against, like you said, somebody who, for me, has looked at the most impressive. If I'm looking at the PlayStation Grand Prix and looking at Penn and seeing him come up, the betting line started to sway in his prediction towards the end. Guess what? 20k is going to win to 12 on Trixie. This is insane, Jay.
Listen to me, guys. Trixie, he can capitalize this and just solidify himself. He's still the GOAT. Just solidify himself that there's no questions, none of that. If he just wins this Grand Prix here. And he's coming off the biggest one in his life. He didn't beat Fadner before, but this was the biggest. But do not underestimate his teammate because he could spoil the show easily.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing how this one shakes out. We are having the old fabled Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor matchup. Winter J actually has a 1-0 over Swift Trixie. We know that we don't count that into the equation when we look at these matchups because it's about when the bright lights are absolutely at their brightest. But I mean, that's got to give him a bit of confidence, right? Newly joined camp, he's got 1-0 over the champion.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Whoa. We don't know. That could be a disconnect. That could be a disconnect. Could be anything. Could be just like, I don't know. It could be the test before.
Playing devil's avocado
I'm just saying,
over there,
it could be.
mate.
It could have been. We've been integrity checking people all night. Really, people don't know this. We integrity check a lot of our athletes, a lot of our players. We do it discreetly. Last week was a bit different, and you've seen it in light because of the time it took. But we've been integrity checking people all night, so that could be a disconnect. So integrity check them essentially. Who knows, J Dime? But the finals of the Grand Prix is here, and it is going crazy right now. These guys have not took a back step.
Lovely.
Ill intentions. Oh, nice. Conor and Dustin, this is what I wanted to see. I love these picks right here. Me personally, I would love to see Conor put him under the cage, but that has nothing to do with this right now.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Nice little intercept right there from Winter with a jab right hook. Trying to land, but Swift Trixie pressing him with body kicks, trying to continue to maintain range and utilize some of that speed advantage of Conor McGregor. Woo! That straight is money, Humble.
It is money, and I want to talk about one thing with Dave. Everyone's talking about the chat of these two, BFAP and he's just joined BFAP, and they've not fought each other. Like, apart from that one time, maybe we don't know if it's a fight though. Essentially, these two have not had a lot of experience against each other at time, so this is fresh. This is like playing each other for the first or second time.
Yeah, so there's no advantages for one or the other based on experience level because they've never fought each other. You could watch somebody fight, but it's different when you're in their cage with them fighting them, Cyrus.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And look, Winter obviously brings that mayhem to the cage, and you can see that he believes in himself here. He's obviously not intimidated by the current champion in Swift Trixie, and it's up to Swift Trixie to showcase that there is still levels to this game, and we're about to find out if that's in his favor or not. But what a slip counter! The one thing that we can say, Humble, is that Winter is going up against the best Trixie that's ever walked the face of this earth.
Yeah, this is an amazing Trixie. This is defending Trixie, a defending GOAT champion. You know, somebody who's watched somebody dominate, even got dominated by him last season, comes across in this final and manages to get a dominant finish against him, something nobody predicted, let's be real. And essentially now he's defending that. It all goes away if Winner wins. Like, I'm just going to say this, it all goes, because it's the start of a new season. If Winner wins it, it all goes away. It opens the door again, and essentially Trixie wants to be this guy who ends the season as, remember me, I am the GOAT. And that's what I got from him in his interviews, Jay Dime, but he needs to win this final. He needs to do it. And opposite him is a dangerous guy right now.
Yeah, Winter is dangerous though, but I don't like how he's losing a stamina battle in the first round of Conor McGregor. That's concerning to me, Cyrus.
Yeah, look, for anybody that doesn't know, since the early UFC 3 days, one of the best picks that Trixie had was his Conor McGregor. He went Dustin for a while just because he liked and favoured him in real life, but obviously the Trixie of old used to use Conor McGregor and use him unlike anybody else. His stamina management was insane, and he always used to say, if you get ahead with stamina with Conor, you've won the fight. And right now he's ahead with stamina with Conor McGregor, and he believes that he's on the winning tracks, but of course, he still has to go through Winter.
Primetime Grand Prix.
It's real, baby.
Stop bowing. Knock each other's head off like, winner, this is your new camp. You could be the leader of this camp. You got to take out the you got to take out the guy. You got to take out the guy to become the guy. There's a bit of respect here, and I love it. But this is the pinnacle, Cyrus. They need to essentially come out here aggressive because Trixie's not pulling any punches. He's trying to take Winner's head off right now.
Although they're bowing at each other and shit, bro, they ain't pulling shit. They are doing everything needed to win this bout. It's just, honestly, this is the type of competitive respect that I appreciate. They're not wasting any time. It's not affecting the way that they fight. They're still throwing with the meanest of intentions, and they are fighting right down to the wire, J9.
Yeah, they are. And this is a game of inches. That was a great uppercut landed by Dustin. I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree with Nas, what he said in the comments, that if he was orthodox the whole time, he should have won Volk.
Yeah, because he's got a character that essentially hasn't got a great switch stance in this area. Doesn't really fight like. Oh my days, Winter getting paced. Trixie. Oh, what the? He just did the chicken wing right there, Cyrus.
Hit a little bit of a gammy arm, pulled his pec, had to work it out for a second, but they're back at it now, throwing shots. Oh
He's
my
landing.
Goodness! And they are both landing quite heavily.
Yeah, I like the bet. I think the better work's coming from Trixie. Trixie seems to be in control of this fight at the moment. Winner has been in control of every other fight that he's been in. He's standing on some good shots. But Trixie comes through again, rocks his opponent, goes to the body. Great works for Trixie. He's trying to become
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Will it be the Cinderella story of all stories here this evening for Winter? Oh my goodness! Trixie already recovered though, Jay. Sensational.
Jesus Christ!
This is crazy. I really think Winter has a good chance right now.
Imagine he jumped, Jay.
Yeah, but you know that's not happening.
But he could win. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, he could win. He could become the prime champion. Like, does that not mean? Like, it's a lot, you know what I mean? That you beat the guy. Look at the history that Trixie and Fadnative could have had.
Oh my God! A left hand was money, Humble. That was beautiful, Jay. What a way to do it. Your Xbox champion and still beat Fat Trixie. Good damn, bro. Got me fumbling my words and everything. That was crazy.
Yeah, Swift Trixie, man. He's just that guy. He is. And it's over a duration of time. This is over 2 years. Like, over 2 consoles. Over essentially, like you talk about longevity. We talk about Izzy over Anderson Silva. Izzy was a champion for 3 years and lost 2 fights during that time. Anderson Silva went a champion for 7 years. There's levels. 7 years is a fucking long time, and he did it when he was a bit older. So like Fad's a bit younger. So this Trixie needs to be respected. People need to understand what he's done in prime time. We will put a compilation together for him in the future, and essentially, that guy is the freaking GOAT, J-Time.
Unquestionably, undoubtedly, the GOAT. He came back and he reclaimed his throne. It was a long time coming. A lot of losses, a lot of adversity. But at the end of the day, he captured what's rightfully his again.
Absolutely. Look, he started this entire, kind of UFC 4 kind of run on top. As Jay said, ups and downs, some rises and falls within that time. But he's now back to end out this season on what it seems like the best form of his entire career. It's an emotional day. It's a crazy night of fights. And I mean, honestly, as we move across this bracket, as you can see, the fights going back and forth. Another upset, another incredible night of fights from the brother. Who does it better?
Cyrus.
Who does it better?
Cyrus, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. I'll give you my real opinion coming to this Grand Prix. Generally, thought Fadnet had it sealed, and the stories developed themselves. And essentially, what we had is just a show, an absolute brilliant show. Xbox continues to deliver. I gave them some stick this week, Cyrus. I gave them some stick this week. I said, you guys are the pinnacle of primetime. You guys are the first. You guys are the ones that started this shit. And essentially, the PlayStation division last week, they fired a shot. They fired a big shot. That was one of the greatest events we've ever had. And Xbox fired one right back, Cyrus.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Look, this has been sensational. We will take once again one last opportunity before we close and end tonight to take a thank you for J Dime, Mr. Humble Dink. We've got Doc, Lucky, Reaper, Ginger, all the boys in the back that put in work week in,
Swaggy.
week out. Yeah, Swaggy and the like, you know, done commentary. I've done shout-outs all the way through. We'll give a couple of shout-outs to the end right now. And if the man's still running, we're going to push a raid forward to the man himself in Swaggy, Dr. Kush, one of the guys that does voiceovers for us all the time. He's an absolute sensation in the community and will be doing a lot of work with us going forward as we look to open up some other areas of media for your viewing pleasure. But once again, thank you to all the support, all the follows, the bitties, the subs, everything in between. Genuinely, it means the absolute world to us, allows us to continue to put on the shows that we love putting on for everybody around the globe. Until the next one, stay safe, much love. Make sure to follow everybody that supports ourselves, and most importantly, join us next week, Saturday, 8:30 p.m. GMT, 3:30 Eastern. Same as always, as we get back into PT 108 and all of the onslaught of violence that promises to be.